At least I caught that, because
Yes,
I did that
you
with
did.
Among Us once, but I just never hit go live.
This is my first time missing it. Yes, we are live, we are live. Don't mind it, don't mind it. Because the reason I didn't realize that I hadn't hit that button yet was because the chat was already bloody active.
That's what chat's here for.
Yes, we are live. Yes, The Stranger, a funny book about Frenchman. Yes. And as one fella in my Discord put it, absurdism, basically. But anyhow.
I like how giant I am on the stream, because I'm the only one here right now.
Yes, you are the only one. Therefore, you take up the entire space of
I'm
this
like
rectangle.
larger than the chair that I'm supposed to be sitting in.
Yep. Oh, mind you, this is, oddly enough, a background that is based on my old workplace. This is the VIP floor, just rearranged slightly. There was not a tree growing indoors, mind you.
Yeah, I was about to say, damn, that include the tree?
No, but it does include a very funny feature in the background, by the way. If you notice, all the way far on the left, there's like a tower. It's a glass spire that goes all the way upwards. And if you notice, there's a little smaller tower next to it.
No way. No way.
It's a fucking glass dick.
I thought it was the Twin Towers. I was about to say no.
If you wish to know what the actual building is called, that one is the Crown Casino. The architect was a dumbass and was like, oh, we are going to build something that is like a budding flower, basically, and it's supposed to unravel and twist around.
That doesn't get across.
No, it does not. They drew a fucking glass dick. And they managed to build it. It's like how they had
to, like, The Little Mermaid, they had to pull, like, all the posters and movie covers and stuff because the towers looked like penises.
Oh god.
They had to, like, redesign everything.
Oh, that just sounds bloody unfortunate at that point. But yeah, a lot of that is like the Sydney skyline if you look over from Piermont, basically. I can say this because I am no longer working there. The tables were also not this clean. Oh god, they were not this clean. This was the smokers area.
Goodness gracious. Goodness me.
Yep. Anyhow, to get things started, you may as well go ahead and introduce yourself, by the way.
Yes, I am Allergy Jelly. You probably know me from Millie or Kanye or the Potential Man video. One of the two. Most people do not keep up with my other stuff. I make videos discussing Limbus Company's meta and the history of it, and more particularly community reactions to certain events within it. I'm explaining this really badly, but some of my more eager viewers may also know that I am a huge fan of the literary side of Limbus. It's one of my favorite things to discuss. I made a couple YouTube shorts, and by a couple, I mean literally 2, going over some of the literary ends of things. I have scripts written for more. I haven't made them. Generally... Oh, and I talk about it on my streams. Whenever I do stream, I tend to talk about the literary side of things. So, and also, my audience may know that Merceau is my favorite sinner. I adore his literary reference. It is my second favorite book referenced by Limbus. I've read it 3 times now, 2 different translations. I have not read it in a bit, so I had to pull up like some Spark Notes, but I am here to analyze it along with my friends. I guess it's just one friend for now. It's just one friend, but I am here to eventually analyze it with some friends, to analyze probably how it goes down with a few of his identities, and potentially how it's gonna tie into the Canto 10. It depends. I'm not the one in charge. This is just my expectations going in.
I mean, at this point we can free flow it, but anyhow. I do have to ask, since you've read the literary material, do you like Akutagawa as an author?
Yes. Hellscreen is my favorite of the books referenced by Limbus.
I am sorry, we cannot get along. I am sorry. End of stream. Goodbye.
What? There's no way. You don't like Ryunosuke Atagawa? Come on.
Okay. The guy is a fucking hack. He is like nepoed up by fucking Natsume. Fucking hell.
I mean, sure, but his writing's good. I like Hellscreen. I like the spider's thread.
The man swears he can write Buddhist work. He is not writing fucking Buddhist work. Anyway.
Okay. But if you don't go into it with expecting like top tier Buddhist work, okay? Then you enjoy it, okay? Go in expecting short horror stories. That's how it's good. That's how it gets good.
Okay, the point that I can make in Akutagawa's favor is he's very good at atmosphere. He's very good at setting the scene. The only problem is 90% of his stories are the same bloody scene. So he got very good at that specific scene.
He's really good at that specific scene, though. I'm sorry. It's like, all right. I think that's why people say read his best works rather than read all of his works.
Pretty much, yeah. Because he can set up
most
dread.
of the Limbus books. The only ones I haven't read at this point is I have not read Don Quixote, and I have not read Crime and Punishment.
Okay.
I think those are the only ones I haven't read at this point.
Because in terms of
and Dream of the Red Chamber. And Dream of the Red Chamber, obviously.
Yeah.
I've read some of it, but like, there's no way I'd read all of it. I can't. It's too long.
For that one, it's heavily recommended you just go and watch a drama adaptation at that point. It'll be less painful.
Yeah, I tried to read it. I really did try.
But my god, for like Akutagawa, he's very good at inspiring dread. Very specifically dread. You can see that through like Rashomon, Fortune, and a bunch of his other works. Dread is really good. Anything else though? Oh bloody hell.
Okay, but Hellscreen is really good, okay? Can we at least agree on that?
Hellscreen is good, yes. There's a lot of... Okay, so when I did the Kanto 9 stream, there were 2 counters I had on stream. One of them was an Akutagawa hate counter, basically. So, the other one, though, was the Kim Ji-hoon hate counter. The funny part about this is by the end of Kanto 9, Akutagawa had maybe 4, maybe 5 pips on his counter. Kim Ji-hoon like had 20-something of them.
That sounds like a crazy stream. Oh my god.
Yeah, it inspired a decent few videos that nearly got me cancelled multiple times, simply because no one can criticize Limbus's story without getting burnt by the community, basically.
Say, I'm someone who didn't really care for Kanto 9, and I've gotten a lot of shit about that from my friends. But I'm sorry, I just didn't really like it. It was good, but it wasn't my favorite. I was a little disappointed.
It's high production, but the easiest way I can put it is you can polish shit, but it's still shit sometimes, Just some very high quality.
I know
one.
a lot of people have come around on Kanto 9. I know while it was, I almost said airing like it's a TV show, but while it was being put out, a lot of people really disliked it. But then when it was finished and people went back to it, a lot of people liked it a lot more in retrospect or with the full picture. I am not that person. I desperately wanted to like it more with the full picture.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't. It is not my cup of tea. I did not really like it.
There's too few characters in Hellscreen to make it work with that clown car of a cast, basically.
Oh my goodness. One of my number one problems is, and I don't really care if people are going to be like, but they're good characters. They're good characters. At the end of the day, it really feels like they put the gotcha above the story in one aspect, and that's all the apprentices and nurse fathers. I understand what they're meant to be from a symbolism perspective, and I appreciate that, but at the same time, I cannot get over the hurdle that is these characters feel like they are here to make IDs first and foremost, and be interesting characters second.
So there's a total of like 5 characters, maybe 6 characters in Hellscreen. The nurse fathers have to divide 4 of them between them.
Yeah, I mean, the nurse fathers, I interpreted them all as different aspects of Yoshihide.
Pretty much, yes. They all divide Yoshihide.
Yes, and there were like other aspects of different characters in there, I guess. Like, I think Shiome Yoru is clearly meant to, in a way, be Yoshihide's daughter.
Yep.
in how she was abused by the Emperor. I think I definitely can see that, but at the same time, I don't think she's meant to be that character, you know?
Mm-hmm. I
And
think
like Yoshihide's actual daughter in Limbus is not really supposed to be Yoshihide's daughter in the book. And god damn it, where's the monkey? Where's the funny monkey?
oh, the monkey. Most people just
I've
say
seen
that's
too many theories as to who the monkey's supposed to be. I'm getting sick and tired of
They-
it.
most people will just say it's Ren and leave it at that, basically.
Yeah, most people just I'm sure Ren is the actual answer, but I don't like that answer. I want a better answer.
It's terrible because we don't get one of the most important scenes, which is the case of the monkey. Actually, no, we kind of get it. Oh, come to think of it. Okay, it's the case of the monkey dragging over our perspective character to go ahead and see the problems that are happening with the daughter.
Yeah. Someone in chat just said, I am the monkey from Hellscreen. We found him.
But yeah, that kind of happens. It's just they don't really dig into it, or as important as a reveal that it's supposed to be. That, oh yeah, Horikawa's an asshole. It's just the servant refuses to acknowledge this.
Yeah.
Because we
also,
get...
one of my problems with it is instead of just like agreeing that the Kanto was bad in some aspects, people blame Arknights for it all. And it's like, I guess I can fully understand that in a way, the Arknights event being as intensive as it was could have led to a lot of the pacing issues and writing issues in Kanto 9. But I don't think it's all because of Arknights. A lot of people are very quick to be like, it's all Arknights' fault. Kim Ji-hoon didn't mess anything up. They just didn't do that stupid Arknights collab. But it's like, I don't think that really affected it that much, you know?
Christ, but yeah,
Especially with how long the Arknights collab was planned for, okay?
Yep.
If logically the Arknights collab was that bad on the pacing, shouldn't Kanto 8 have also turned out a pacing wreck? Just because the Arknights event came out before Kanto 9 doesn't mean that it is what sucked up all the dev time before Kanto 9.
Pretty
It
much.
was sucking up dev time for over a year.
Yeah, they had an entire year announced in advance, being like, oh yeah, there's gonna be 4 egos, please save up.
Yeah. I didn't really care for the Arknights event that much. I've tried to get into Arknights a few times now. It's not my cup of tea, but like, at the same time, it does kind of bug me that everyone's like, no, Kim Ji-hoon couldn't have just like written a decent story. It has to be Arknights' fault that it's not peak.
So the other one that I hear from time to time is just the delegation, because Kim Ji-hoon is very much a strong leader sort of developer where he heads the whole ship, basically. Everything has to be micromanaged by the fella. If it isn't, then it is seen as not part of the vision anymore. At least that's what we keep getting out of Menhera time, basically.
Yeah.
That is to say, every time a mistake kind of comes up, the immediate first thing that is blamed is the delegation. Or intern was not supposed to push this change yet. Or intern lost something in the pipeline somewhere that they were supposed to do, blah, blah, blah. So, for example, the recent Uptie story thing, fiasco, where fella very much crashed out and had a super long apology prepared. Just because Roshu's Uptie was in the wrong place.
He is an interesting guy indeed. He's got a vision. I respect and appreciate his vision. Sometimes he clearly does not really know how to execute that vision, and I feel like sometimes that is his downfall.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a lot of ambition. There needs to be that, not necessarily directorial training, but actually, it is straight up just directorial training, though that's very hard to get. There are very few people that can teach you to be a good director. Anyhow.
Yeah.
There are some very funky things that end up in YouTube chat in terms of, like, auto-translation, by the way. I don't know if you guys get it on your end, but sometimes YouTube just auto-translates random statements when it throws chat into my OBS. For example, Bonnie over there, instead of saying Kim Ji-hoon, I swear to God, it just says, I want to.
I want you.
Sometimes it catches decent translations. Other times it's like, did that need to be translated? Because if I scroll up a bit, we get, bro, I love Akutagawa. Translation, bro, I love Akutagawa. There was zero difference. Then there.
Anyway, I like how we spent this whole time talking about Hellscreen when technically the stream is supposed to be about the stranger.
Yeah, it's a book club. You always got to have that little introduction,
That is true. Our
orientation.
tangent about the previous book we read or whatever.
Yep. Because okay, like it was the week before. It was the week before Canto 9 was to drop. So the week before New Year's. Went to the one next to me. I was like, okay, I have a side quest for you next time you go out. Can you pick me up a copy of Hellscreen? If not, a collection of works by Akutagawa that has Hellscreen. This ended up with a week of me screaming to people that Akutagawa's a hack and that I hate the man.
Well, I think part of the issue there, and I'm not saying that this is your fault or anything,
Yeah.
but reading all of his stories back to back, that's bound to wear someone down.
It was like overnight, and I was just like flicking over. I'm like, oh god, what the why? Ah!
It's like if you read both Metamorphosis and The Trial back to back, you're gonna see all the similarities between the stories. Not to say either of them are bad. I like both, but like.
Oh boy, but yeah, it was to the point where I was at a New Year's party and I could not be happy.
One must imagine EOS happy. You know what? That is such a good segue. We can use that as the perfect segue into talking about Albert Camus.
Oh god, Albert Camus I know next to nothing about. The Stranger is my first experience with the fella's work.
All right. That's good to know. Okay, so then I can temper my expectations about talking about his other works. I mean, I feel like you have to know the Tale of Sisyphus, right?
Tale of Sisyphus,
Everyone
yeah?
does.
Yeah,
It's not like
everyone
he
does,
wrote
yeah.
Sisyphus. That's an actual old myth. But he wrote like the most popular rendition of it to this day.
Ah, okay.
You know, the one with the line, "One must imagine Sisyphus happy." That was written by him.
Oh god. Okay, gotcha.
And that is why the department in N Corp that Mirso used to be a part of is named after Sisyphus. It seems that it's going to be tying into all of his absurdist works, which makes sense with how short The Stranger is. It's kind of like how, bringing it back around, Canto 9 tied in more of Atagawa's works besides just Hellscreen.
Yep.
But I think that they're going to be balancing it a lot better this time rather than, look guys, it's the spider's thread. Anyway, moving on.
Okay, for The Stranger, it's at least, I think it was like 32,000 words or something close to that. So it at least falls into like novella category rather than
yes, it's very short.
story.
It's just a novella. You can read it in like a day.
Yep, or do the terrible thing I did, and it was 4 hours on stream. Oh god. Most professional people that go ahead and read things at like a library or whatnot, they'll stop after 2 or 3 chapters. They won't go ahead and read the whole bloody novel to you. Anyhow, how much do you remember of the events of The Stranger? Or do you have the spark notes
Pretty
in front
well.
of you?
I think I could give a good skeleton outline of the whole book.
All right, let's hear it.
Again,
Let's
it's a
hear
short book. It's a pretty simple book. Okay. So, enter Mirso. His mother has died. He just received a letter about it, and he is unsure if it was today or if it was yesterday. See, that's the line everyone likes. It's honestly a great line to open up the book. He goes to the funeral. He does not cry. When they're walking her casket out to go be buried, all he can note is how hot the sun is and how much it's beating down on him. He has a very casual funeral going experience for his mom having died.
Mm-hmm.
From there, we transition into his work life after the fact. Him going to the local cafe, him going to work, people giving him their condolences when in reality he just doesn't really get it. And of course, his crush on one of his coworkers, Marie, who ends up later becoming his fiance in the story.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
The day after his mother has died, he goes on a date with Marie. They go see a comedy film. They go swimming. They do what you do on dates. And I think that's where the interesting stuff really starts to come in, how little he seems to care. Or how little it really affects him, and how much he's able to just go back to a regular life where he's watching comedy films and he's kissing a girl and all that. From there, we are then introduced to some of Mirso's neighbors, it's established the day-to-day of his life. Then we go into his neighbors. There's the one with the dog. And of course, there's Raymond, his perverted neighbor who is a pimp. He doesn't really seem to get what's so weird about Raymond. Something interesting that I think we can tie into the latest Intervallo is that it's noted that Raymond has photos all over his wall of women. And Meursault just doesn't really seem to get what's so odd about that.
I'm not
What
gonna
really
lie,
makes
I did not get what was odd about it either. I thought it was just very French.
I thought it was different. Oh yeah, photos of naked women all over your wall. That's such a French thing to do.
It's like a French bachelor, you know?
Oh, those
Like,
queer little French.
my God. I grew up around some very weird uncles. Don't worry about it too much. But yeah, go on. Go on.
What really gets them to be friends is that Raymond claims that one of the prostitutes he was paying is cheating on him, which is an odd statement to make. And so he wants to get revenge on her, and he asks Meursault to draft a letter. We never get to see the contents of this letter, but according to Raymond, it is incredibly disturbing. And once it's given to the woman, her response is to, I believe she slaps him. She slaps Raymond. This leads into like a massive domestic abuse case. Or civil abuse or whatever it was. I think we literally had that conversation
Yeah, it's
earlier
like
where
a-
we're like, was it domestic or civil?
It's a civil case, I'd say.
It
Would
leads
be
to the
classed
police
under
being
that,
called. Raymond and Marie are considered witnesses, and Meursault and Marie, and Meursault ends up vouching for Raymond. After this, as a means to pay him back, Raymond invites him off on a holiday to a beach house. He mentions that the brother of the woman, of the prostitute that he was getting revenge on, is there at the beach too. That's where we get to the shooting the Arab in the sun.
Yeah. Yep.
Because that's the brother. Am I remembering this way too well for it being a while since I read it?
No, you've got most of the details. There's some features here and there that I might fill in later, but apart from that, no,
Yeah,
you're doing good.
I'm-
You're doing good.
And also, I'm giving like a very brief summary of the book.
Yep.
I mean, it's a brief book, and this is all still part one. Maybe it's not that brief.
Oh no, it ends part one at this point once the guy gets shot.
Yeah. Eventually, Meursault goes out on his own. Raymond gives him a gun in case he gets into a scuffle with the man and his friends. It's very, very hot out. Meursault makes sure to note this. The sun is beating down on him, and he sees a perfect little rock by the water. He walks over to it. He sees the Arab sitting by the rock already. He brandishes a knife, and instead of Meursault noting that the knife is what frightens him and that, this is about to get into physical combat, he instead can only note the fact that the sun is shining off of the knife, and that's making it all the worse. And as a result, he shoots the Arab 4 times, unloading... I don't remember if they note if it's the whole gun that he unloaded or if he just unloaded 4 of the 6 shots.
Okay, so for the translation I read, it was he shot him once, and then after a brief delay,
And
shot
then
him
he
4 more
waited
times.
and then he shot him again, yeah.
Yes, shot him 4 more times afterwards.
Okay. See, maybe that's why I thought it was 4, because he shoots 4 times after the initial
Yep.
shot. And then that's what cuts into part 2, which is the trial. He gets arrested for no shit. From there, it gets a bit into his prison life, in which he quickly adapts. He's able to just immediately kind of quit smoking. He just spends his days thinking about his fiance and about random stuff. He gets to the trial, and it's noted how well he just kind of adapted. Not that he enjoys the prison life, but that he was kind of like a human chameleon in that way.
Uh-huh.
And his lawyer tries to implore him to make it a case of self-defense, but Meursault insists that it was not that, and rather it was just the sun. It wasn't the knife that threatened him, it was the hot and intense sun, and he refuses to lie about that.
Yep. No perjury, just the facts. Oh, yeah, it was extenuating circumstances. No, it was the sun.
The simple reality of it all is if he just said, oh, he pulled a knife on me and I shot him and then I continued to shoot him because I was scared, he would have gotten away with
Oh,
it
yeah,
all.
100%.
Both because of the racial tensions at the time and also because it was self-defense in that way.
Yep.
But Meursault refuses to lie about these things, and as such, it is lined out how strange of a person he is. All the stuff about his mother and the funeral were brought up. Witnesses were brought up to testify to how good of a person he is, but this rather came around to bite him and just how odd he is and how he seems to have zero emotions, how he seems to just not really react to things as a normal person would, and he doesn't seem to care about the life of another. Bringing up the question of if it is okay to persecute him, not just because he killed a guy, because that isn't necessarily the point anymore, but rather if he is considered a danger because of the kind of person he is. Someone who can kill with no remorse, someone who can witness their own mother's funeral and feel absolutely nothing.
So
That kind of stuff.
Let's give the lawyers crash out here. Who is on trial here?
It's so good.
Who is on trial here? What is he on trial for? Is this relevant to the case? Basically. Oh, God.
Yeah, his lawyer loses his shit, and I would too. This guy seems like a terrible guy to defend for. In the end, Meursault is given the death penalty. He is given a chance at salvation by a priest, and he rejects it still. In this time, it was very odd to be considered an atheist. And that is also to add on to how strange of a person Meursault was. He rejects everything given to him, and at the final moment, he breaks. He has a whole monologue about how he's going to be guillotined in front of a crowd, and how, in the end, maybe that's all his life was good for.
Oh, yeah, he gets really obsessed with execution methods towards the end.
Oh, the final monologue is probably the best part of the book. I think it single-handedly brings the book from like a 9 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10.
He straight up goes like, oh, but what if we gave the sinner a chance? What if the one to be executed had a 1 in like 1,000 chance that maybe the execution wouldn't work and he could walk free?
Yeah, but that was my very rough, I haven't read this in a while, summary of The Stranger.
Oh, you did pretty solid on that one. There was a few details I'd say that they really abuse and drag him on during like the court proceedings and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I very much brushed over the court part because I feel like that's what we're really going to be getting into later. You know, I think the day-to-days of Meursault's life we're probably not going to be talking about too much. But part 2 of the book, the trial, the witnesses, his lawyers crash out, how the prosecution gets after him. I feel like a lot of that is a lot more pertinent to what Limbus is going to be getting at. So I feel like we're going to be talking about that a lot.
It feels like either A, we're getting Meursault after the first trial, or Meursault going into the first trial. I feel like that's what we're going to be messing with here. Because if it's the quote-unquote retrial, the original ends up refusing the appeal, and he's inevitably going to die, basically. At least that's what I got out of the translation. It was like, oh, there was just one line here which just says, after refusing the appeal, crashes out on execution method. I would like to be executed in front of a crowd. Thank you very much, basically.
Yeah.
On the other hand, there is the potential that we are currently seeing the Meursault that hasn't been properly trialed yet, basically. So it's a little...
And that is also a detail that I myself am unsure on. I've always theorized that this is Meursault after killing the guy and after his first arrest, or his initial arrest, I mean. I've always theorized that back based off of a few of his character quirks, and most notably, and I felt so smart for this because they did end up pointing this out later, the fact that he does not smoke, but...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be a thing, huh? Yeah, because he doesn't...
And later in Limbus, they do have him straight up say that he used to smoke cigarettes. And when that happened, I slammed my fist on my desk and I'm like, yes! I knew it! I knew that was important!
Because, yeah, when I was reading through The Stranger the other day, I was like, huh, Meursault smokes quite a lot. In fact, he makes it a point to bring up that when he was eventually in prison, oh, I should be allowed to smoke, right? It's not hurting anyone. So why can't I smoke? It's like, oh, that's like liberties being taken away from you. Oh. Yeah, whatever. But,
and then he stopped smoking. He quit smoking there and then, and when he's offered a cigarette during the trial, he refuses it.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. I noticed that, wait. he's not part of the smoking crew. So it's like, huh.
I'm sorry, I need to point out, chat. Someone said, and then Yisong said he smoked weed. Thank you, Merso. And then someone with the username Yisong and the profile picture of Yisong just replied, hello, manager.
Yes, hello, manager.
Hi, Yisong.
But yeah, like, it is definitely that Miso has lived a very... Okay, my personal perspective is that he literally just lived the French bachelor life until he shot a guy, basically.
Average Frenchman moment. Wait, Raymond having pictures of naked women all over his wall is weird. I thought that was just a French thing.
Yeah, like, legitimately, I was like...
you live that down. That's great.
Okay, let me put this into perspective. I once had, not necessarily an uncle, but like a family friend, someone you treat as an uncle, and he runs like a mechanic business and all that. And in his office, in his practice and whatnot, if you just walk in and see the desk, you won't see jack and shit. It's just like, oh, okay, yeah, mechanic's office. As you turn around to leave, there is a calendar full of naked women just staring back at you.
Okay, but that is a far cry from having it plastered all over your walls, okay? Pinup calendars are like a normal thing. You can get one of Markiplier, but...
But yeah, I genuinely didn't think very much of it at the time. I was like, oh, yeah, this Raymond sounds like he's actually just a warehouse operator, right?
All normal guy.
Yeah,
Nothing
just a normal guy, maybe a fiery, hot-blooded Frenchman that is doing a bit too much. Oh god, what the hell was that abuse scene? Oh god, basically. And I was like,
I guess it kind of works out because in the end you didn't really catch on to the weird parts of him, much like how Merceau didn't. I think that's also why the book really brushes over a lot of his strange proclivities, because Merceau just kind of sees it, acknowledges it, and moves on.
Yeah.
When anyone else in that situation would be like, dude, why do you have this?
Like, a lot of the time I was just like, oh yeah, nothing is too strange. Huh. I guess Merceau just let that happen. Okay, yeah, Merceau let that happen. Alright, moving along. Up, Merceau wants nothing to do with the police. Yeah, he just let that happen. Okay, he vouched for his buddy, because, of course, it's his buddy. Why wouldn't he, it's his pal. Why wouldn't he vouch for his pal?
Nothing strange going on here.
Yeah, nothing
not
strange.
some sort of stranger, you know?
No, like, underhanded stuff, no under the table kind of stuff. It's just...
How many terrible stranger jokes are we gonna make during this stream?
Probably a decent few, good fucking lord. Anyhow. For me, a lot of it probably doesn't seem that strange because my history is just weird in that regard. I have seen a lot of very dodgy stuff. I was like, oh yeah, that's like over the table. Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
And I mean, again, at the same time, the book goes over it in a very laissez-faire manner because that's how Merceau interprets it.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So,
we're seeing it all from his perspective. That's why the book is narrated in the way it is.
Yep. Because, okay, having worked at a casino and all that, after a while, you see a lot of dubious things happen from time to time. And most of the time, it's like, oh, nothing actually illegal is happening, but morally dubious? Ethically scrupulous? Yes, definitely. But, yeah, oh god, I am realizing how fucked up a person I am. Oh god. Well, that's fun.
Oh, I just accidentally, like, loosened my mic on its swivel. Whoa.
Oh god. But, yeah, the whole thing... Let's start at the start. The whole thing at the funeral. To be fair, later in the trial, it feels like he's been set up, you know? Like, oh, he showed no emotion at the funeral. Oh, he didn't want to see his mother's corpse. Oh, he accepted a smoke. Oh, he was willing to drink café. How dare. And you call this man a moral, upstanding member of society after he's done all of this? I feel like in modern day, if you were to do the exact same thing Merceau did at a funeral, you could probably pass it off later as, oh, I don't know how to process grief.
Yeah, but I also, you know, a part of that, even if that was brought up, it's the whole thing of, well, he doesn't want to lie about it. Merceau doesn't actually see the problem here. He just has no grief.
Like, just, my god, he doesn't feel it at all. And I had one guy come in chat when I was reading through it, and he's like, okay, Merceau is intellectually smart. He intellectually knows how to process these relationships. Emotionally, no. God, no. He does not know what he is doing emotionally. How many times does he say to Marie, I don't love you?
Yeah, okay, listen, that's one of my favorite parts of the book, honestly. What is Marie doing? It can't be good. He can't be that good, you know, to make this worth it. The amount of times, like, will you marry me? Sure. Do you love me? Not really. Well, would you marry any other woman who asked you to? Probably.
Yeah.
It can't be that good.
Yeah, there's no way.
It can't be that good, Marie.
It depends. Musso is a upstanding French man that works at an office. And
yeah, he has a good job. He's got a decent relationship with those in his community. He knows the local cafe owner. He has friends, I guess.
Yeah, friends. He has co-workers.
But also, he's outright telling you to your face he don't love you, girl. Come on.
Half the time when we get descriptions of Marie, it all points out the physical stuff almost immediately. It's just like, oh, because I remember this distinctly because it made it rather awkward to read through certain parts of this book because it was like, oh, her breasts, her curves, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, yes. Oh, fuck, he's being French.
He
oh, God.
definitely knows what he wants in a woman.
Yes. Oh, Christ. And none of it is Marie herself, basically.
Yes. I don't think once he really points out that, like, he finds her sweet or he likes spending time with her. I think it is always he points out that he wants to have sex with her and that he likes her boobs. I think that's really it.
Yeah.
And I think that also adds a fascinating layer to his character of how little he understands other people, their emotions, or how to process his emotions in tandem with them. I've always, when people ask me for like a quick summary of the book, at least of part one, I always say you are living the day-to-day life of a sociopath who does not realize he is a sociopath.
Yes.
And thinks that he is the normal one and everyone else is weird.
Okay. Let's quickly get to like that prison section. So like the first 11 months that he spends being arrested and how fast he adapts. Because there's a few very funky things about it. First off is just, oh, yeah, he's used to these four walls after a while. He's like, oh, yeah, every now and then the magistrate comes along and just, yeah, after that first weird religious meeting, oh, no, he treats me as like a normal guy. And my lawyer likes me now. Damn. Okay. We're living it good.
The lawyer, I can't defend this guy.
And beyond that, it was just, oh, 5 days later, oh, yeah, I'm used to not smoking now. The first few days were pretty bad. But no, I'm clean of smoking. Damn. Prison's improving me a bit. The only thing to then go beyond there. He
gets used to it. It just becomes his new day-to-day.
So the thing beyond there is, you mentioned that, oh, he starts thinking about Marie. He doesn't quite think about Marie until much later in the book, basically. Because
yes, and even when he does, he's not thinking about going on cute dates with her.
No, God, no.
No, that's not Marceau. He won't do that.
Yes,
he's just thinking about how much he wants to have sex.
Yes, the first thing the bloody bastard does instead, he's like, oh, yeah, you get used to prison. I started playing this game where I remember the furniture in my old room. And I just walk around the cell pretending that it's my room. And every day I remember new details about how my room used to look. And every day it's a new experience. Oh man, I remember that my dresser used to be here. I remember that I dragged my table in, the chairs, blah, blah, blah. That there was a crack on this wall. He then goes on about saying, oh, a man can spend 100 years in prison after he has spent 1 year on the outside world thanks to his experiences.
And I think also that's part of what I really like about it. He treats everything as if, like, you know, oh, that's just how it is for everyone. I guess prison isn't that bad. People were kind of hyping it up. When in reality, he is the only guy who can treat it this way.
He's the only bastard who's just like, oh, I'm in prison. Oh, you know, I think I was built for this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't mind this prison life. You know, I don't really want to go to my trial.
Like, he adjusted so fast, it was stupid. Like, oh, Christ. Yeah, one fella in chat puts it quite right. C'est la vie. So literally, that's life.
Yeah.
Bloody madman that this fella is. But yeah, bringing it on to like one of the other points mentioned, it's about experiences, and we've got the whole idea of N-Corp's experiences, pretty much. Canned experiences. And the fella worked with the bloody stuff, knowing quite a lot about the stuff too.
And I mean, it is specifically the department he worked in, he mentions, is the one that literally cans the experiences.
Yep, oversees
It's
it.
the only facility that actually produces them, and it's the facility named after Sisyphus, which is definitely one of Albert Camus' most famous works.
Oh boy. Because the idea we've got here of canned experiences is being able to live that super vivid experience. And it's the whole reason why we can't have recording or can't have anything that's too close to life, too vivid a experience within N-Corp, otherwise you're breaking taboo. And the man is definitely a stickler for the rules, especially in knowing, oh, yeah, let's unfurl this film. Oh, what's that? The person on the inside is trying to do an anime, or is trying to make this look like real life, and seeing how far they can get away with it? Stops for a moment, thinks, what's the frame rate?
Yeah, I really liked that scene. I like, okay, this is like completely off topic, but I love how every time anything slightly creepy happens, Sinclair is like, you know, back when I was in school, they used to tell the story where if you drew like a little thing moving on the bottom of a page and you flipped it really fast, it could be an animation. And it's like, he's treating that like every other scary story he's recounted from his school days.
Yep.
The German fairy tales couldn't have been that traumatizing, bro.
Depends on who's telling them.
That is true. I mean, whenever Sinclair's telling them, I'm like, oh, Sinclair.
It's just,
you scaredy
He's
cat.
describing a flip book. I'm like, huh? You?
I know he's describing a flip book like he's telling me about Bloody Mary. He's like, have you ever heard of Slender Man?
I feel like that might just be all Cromer's fault. I feel like that might
is true.
genuinely just be Cromer's fault. Just walks in, Cromer tells story. This is now
Unfortunately, this is not an analysis stream on Demian, so I can't just start talking about Demian.
It's suddenly like, oh no, this is now a canon event in Sinclair's life.
Yeah.
All because Cromer said so. God. But let's
Man,
see.
a Demian book club stream, that would also be interesting, but that Canto 3 was ages ago. We gotta move on.
Yep, unfortunately. But yeah, there is a certain level of just anything we link back from here is just, oh god, Musso, what is going to happen to you?
Can we just talk for a moment about the one who nails? What? They just dropped that?
He has an official title, and he's exiled. Oh
What
god.
did he do?
Please understand, nailing someone is clearly just a short term for someone who's just shot someone, clearly. You nailed him, right?
Or you could do nailing someone in the way he nails Maria.
Oh, bloody hell.
I've been waiting to make that joke this whole time.
Christ. One who nails, because we've got, like, what other N-Corp titles we have? We have the one who grips.
Yeah, and then we have the different ranks of hammers in the Inquisition. I think that's also interesting. I, this whole time, was thinking that N-Corp was wholly a German company. It seems that the Inquisition aspect of it all is the German side. The actual company is French.
Yep. Seems like it. Because, yeah, not quite everything we got in the backstreets is, like, super French, but at the same time, well, it's French enough. They're bloody throwing around baguettes, man.
Yeah, and I mean, we have known since before Limbus was even out that all the streets in N-Corp were named after different pastries. We have known that for a while now. That's why I was like, oh, Butter Street, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, because Distortion Detective, a lot of it is N-Corp. Oh, God.
And Moses's original office during the time period of Library of Ruina takes place, or is built on a place called Cookie Street. So it seems that all the streets in N-Corp are just named after pastries.
Yeah, I'm rather surprised not more of Distortion Detective got bought up, if anything, because we're in...
I do think it's interesting, and I'm kind of shocked that they didn't, like, actively point at this, but the distortion scene in 9.52 is nearly identical to a distortion that shows up in Distortion Detective.
Yep.
That being a man whose head turns into a photo camera, and he takes pictures of people who are often forgotten and not remembered in order to permanently immortalize them in photos.
Yep.
And he turns the people into the photos, and when he does, people completely forget about them.
I feel like Distortion Detective is a very good read. It's just everything that gets placed into future content, so everything that gets put into Limbus is a little heavy-handed.
It's a little ham-fisted, a little awkward. I know we already have dogged on Canto 9 enough, but I like to think of it, I don't want to write Ryoshu, I want to write Distortion Detective.
Yeah, genuinely, some parts I was just like, so why are these guys the focus right now?
Kind of on that note, knowing that Merceau was apparently incredibly high up in N-Corp does explain how he was able to stalk Vespa. Because Vespa was also pretty high up.
Oh, yeah, like, Merceau just casually stalks people.
Yeah, I thought Vespa was interesting, so I, illegally accessed all of his files and began to take note of where he went and casually ran into him at cafes.
It's weird because the very specific interaction that's probably being referenced by that is just at Celeste's, basically, where he sits down and the other journalist sits down with him and starts scribbling away. Miss Robot, basically. Is Vespa really Miss Robot?
He's there for Vespa. He's there for that stingling.
Oh, God. Because in that particular case, then it'd be particularly funny because then it's like, oh, yeah, I just stalked the person that sat on the same table with me, and I followed them until I could no longer follow them.
And I also think it's interesting that he really had no explanation or reason as to why he did this. He's just like, I don't know, he seemed like an interesting guy.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, right. One fellow in chat.
Why didn't he just point out the fact that Vespa has a massive chest? Don't we know that he likes that?
Oh, bloody hell.
Haven't we established that enough by now?
Christ. So one fellow in chat is pointing out Vespa was definitely a FUM project or whatever the hell. Vespa seemingly knows the workings of the FUM a bit too well. So that's...
Well, yeah, and also it is... I almost want to say laid out ad nauseum in Distortion Detective, but really the book kind of ends before they can really get into it. But he very much has history with the thumb, and he really, really hates them. I think one of my favorite scenes in Distortion Detective is where Ezra is kind of nerding out about how the thumb firearms work, and particularly how the butt of the gun is strong enough to break someone's jaw in a single hit in case they run out of bullets. And I think Vespa just socks her. It's been like a few years since I read Distortion Detective. He just can't take it anymore.
Because, yeah, he knows about the very weird, rare opportunity to say, no, Moses has my authority. Moses can speak on my behalf. Because apparently that's like a super rare thing for the thumb.
Well, and it's a very thumb thing to do.
Yeah. Because, for example, we've then also got the newer mention, so the consigliere. Consigliere, historically, is just, the person that speaks on behalf of the Godfather.
Yep.
Send the consigliere so the Godfather is not at risk of, getting shot up at a meeting. So this is the case of just, this thing does exist. Vesper knows about this kind of thing for some reason. Oh god, Vesper knows about this kind of thing.
Okay, someone in chat is pointing out something I find really interesting, and that is that they have a theory that relates to Merceau's possible past distortion.
Yep.
That being that he could have been working on a canned experience of distorting.
Oh. Huh.
I really like that theory. That's awesome, actually. I fuck with that. That's awesome.
Now, the funny thing would be is if he was one of the ones directly in charge of what goes into the cans as well. So not just, an official there, so to speak, at that particular factory.
I kind of have to assume he is, because, okay, we know nothing about the one who nails Brink.
Yeah.
But if you go back and you read Kleinhammer Heathcliff's story, it does get into how, I don't remember if he's like pointing out that specifically a Grosshammer is doing this, but after he kills someone, he stabs the nail in and extracts like a fluid, which seems to then be put into the canned experience. It would make sense if all the nails are vials like that, which I think they are. I think they explain that also in Grosshammer Merceau's story, that the nails are what they use to extract the experiences from people. So by that logic, the one who nails is the one who extracts the experiences.
Potentially, yes. There's also the idea of like nailing down a can, so potentially he's the fellow doing the finishing touches instead.
I also want to know, I kind of missed this name just because it was so metal, but in the machine translation parts of Leviathan, because it never got fully officially translated,
Yep.
The fans called the canned experiences at the time suicide vending machines. That name is so metal, I miss it. It's so metal.
Suicide vending. Oh, God.
Like, I don't know, maybe you can buy that from, there's like canned experience vending machines that do specifically sell death, but like, I miss the name suicide vending machines. That's just so cool.
So there's a lot of funky stuff from Limbus or the city that also resembles like Night City, so cyberpunk basically. The easiest direct comparisons to draw here with canned experiences is brain dances.
Yep.
And in a lot of those, we got bloody snuff films, so yes. Who knows what kind of stuff they were handing out.
And then also, notably in Leviathan, what brings up the suicide vending machines is that Virgilius is questioning why Gubo is there, and his initial assumption is, are you just here to get experiences of slaughtering ring members? Is that all you're doing?
Oh.
Of course, there's a lot more to why Gubo is there, but that is Virgilius's initial assumption and what he brings up to Gubo. I believe the exact line was literally, so what are you here for, the suicide vending machines? Do you need more content for them?
Okay, if you were to open a can of experience, what experience would you have bought?
What experience would I have bought? I feel like that's a waste of money, but, that's a really good question. I feel like I'd do like a vacation or something. Something that I could experience on my own, but I'm just doing in a cheaper fashion because I can't afford it right now. Like I'd go to like an amusement park or something.
Because, yeah, the very funky one, I was like, wait, the baker just wanted to live rich. Oh,
yeah,
God.
The baker just wanted to experience a mansion, live in a rich house for a bit.
Yeah. For me, due to my own experience and track record, that is like near the bottom of the list, I'll be honest. Near the bottom of the list.
You could go to a mansion walkthrough for free right now. It's lame. It's boring.
Because, okay, I've seen the top end of luxury, and knowing that it doesn't get that much better after a certain extent, it just then becomes, oh, okay, so what am I currently working for? Okay, I guess I am working for a comfortable life instead. Let me live peacefully.
I remember when I was a kid, sometimes when I was traveling out with my family, we would just stop by like mansion walkthroughs, like house things. Why am I forgetting? Open house. That's what it's called.
There we go.
We would just stop by open houses just because it's kind of fun. So I have been in that experience, and I'm telling you, it's so boring. It's kind of cool sometimes, but it's so boring.
So in my case, it was a
Someone in chat I want to stack yachts like Jenga.
Oh, God. I had the case of my family was close with a certain, I won't exactly call them Italian mobsters, but they were running a furniture store, basically, head honchos of a furniture store. And they were like, oh, yeah. Oh, because my mom is like financial advisor at that place. Hey, you wanna shack up at our country estate for like a weekend?
I'm sorry, I just need to raise my hand here. Teacher, what do you mean you're comparing furniture store owners to Italian mobsters?
Don't worry about it too much.
Are you saying it was money laundering, or?
I've seen some financial records I should not have seen.
Holy crap!
Anyway. This place was very decadent and everything. All the luxuries you could ever want in whatever nondescript countryside, so that I do not, in fact, bring legal repercussions. And yes, it was the top end of luxury. And it was very much an, oh God, so it never really does get better than this. And then came me working at a casino and seeing what the top 0.001% of people experience. And that was then straight up the, oh, I don't actually want to be rich. Oh god.
Hey, maybe you should write a book about your life. What the hell? This is insane.
Oh, no, if I were to list down every single job that I've done, it's a very long list.
I've worked like 5 jobs, and they were all lame. Oh, we're not alone! We're finally not alone!
We have a third one.
Sorry for taking so long. Oh.
No, it's alright, it's
Oh,
alright.
it's all good. It's all good.
Okay. Since we've got you along now, go ahead and introduce yourself. First things first.
Oh, introductions. Okay, hi, my name is Renata Norcross. I am a VTuber. I sometimes do Project Moon things. I do enough to be here. So, yeah, I do things. The end.
Welcome. Alright, so, when was the last time you read The Stranger then?
It must have been like at least a year ago, maybe 2. Ooh, it was a while
Okay, so
ago.
we're like in the
definitely.
same boat. Okay, in that case, let's see. What can I throw at you? What can I throw at you specifically here? Let's see. What do you think of Musou as a character?
He is a funky guy. That's
putting it
not very.
lightly.
That's not very specific, but he is a funky guy.
Because the unfortunate thing was, I had it as just, oh, he's just very French. None of the stuff he's doing is that weird, right? Me thinking back after, oh, fuck, he really was that weird. Oh, no. Am I the weird one now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like explaining some of these things, and Eco was like, wait, that was weird.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like funky because it's in first person. Like the entire book is in first person. So you don't think it's that weird, but then if you try to look at it from an outsider's perspective, it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, maybe that is a bit strange. Like the stranger, no.
Oh,
Yeah, like some sort of stranger.
Okay.
Oh,
Because, yeah, the one Jelly over here really got up in arms on me about was Raymond's room.
I was like, what? What do you mean you thought that was normal? He's like, well, I saw someone with like a pinup calendar once. That's not the same!
Not the same as the pimp's room. Yes, indeed. I am realizing that now. It was just very French, okay? It seemed very French, though.
Okay, yes, it was very French, and also, as I mentioned before, Meursault narrates everything in a very laissez-faire fashion, and that's like the point, okay? He very quickly brushes over the fact that this guy has an entire wall of photos of naked women. And how he doesn't seem to think that's weird.
Hey, the way it's portrayed, he's like, oh yeah, he's got like sports stars and athletes, and then there's just some naked women.
yeah. That's so normal.
Raymond is quite a guy. I am
Oh,
very interested to see what they'll do with him in Limbus, because I feel like, and I know a lot of us, when we were analyzing Canto 9 before it came out, were like, ooh, what's this and that character from the book gonna do? And then none of the characters showed up. I feel like it is very hard to write The Stranger without at least including Raymond and Marie. I feel like they are very
Yes.
integrally tied to Meursault.
so
Oh, yeah.
so there was a message I got from Meat almost instantly after the trailer came out for this Intervalo, and Meat was instantly like, oh, they're doing Raymond. I'm like,
She said the same thing to me!
yeah.
She was
It's-
like, Raymond, because she was reading the book at the time, and I'm
I
like, yeah, that
am-
might be him.
I'm understanding that it's all the photos.
Yes, the photos are a big deal. And listen, I wouldn't be harping on it so much if it weren't for the fact that photos seem to be very integrally tied to how District 14 functions. Okay? And I think that is why both Mead and I have been harping on this. The photos!
And somehow we didn't touch on it. That or Raymond's currently dead now because Raymond was the distortion, but I severely doubt that.
Yeah, I don't think he was the distortion. If anyone's gonna be the distortion, Meursault was.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh boy, but yeah, everything leading to now, it's just like, okay, the first thing we're gonna have to deal with is the fact that the cunt got arrested. Right at the end
Yeah.
of the Intervalo, so it's just like, huh.
He's just gone now.
Are we just going to have the first part being like, oh, you can't deploy Musou?
I think so.
That'd be
And
fun.
this is something I kind of touched on it in a video of mine in the past. I really wonder how they're going to handle the court proceedings, because it makes sense that court exists. We know it exists. Leviathan mentions that it exists for taboo breakers, particularly in N-Corp, because Virgilius violates N-Corp taboo. He ends up having to go to court, but they really brush over it. So it makes sense that it exists, but at the same time, this is the city. Do you know how little is illegal in the city?
Oh, yeah. Straight up, when I was doing a lot of the syndicate videos that I've put out, most of them are straight up just like, oh, yeah, crime is legal.
Well, yeah, murder is legal, crime is legal, burglary and robbing is legal. If you
Cannibalism is
are
legal,
robbed by
apparently.
someone, the solution is to just kill them yourself.
Yes, yes. Take matters into your own hands. Short of committing a taboo, everything's legal. And the taboos are all like weird esoteric rules most of the time. So, you know, if you really wanted to and were so inclined, you could grab the kitchen knife and shank your neighbor. And you'd still be in the right.
I mean, one of my favorite books in Runa, the Book of the Sweepers, is just someone explaining how you can easily murder your neighbor by taking advantage of night.
Yeah, yeah, you just throw them out on the street, problem solved.
Fun times.
Yeah, a lot of fun times. Why did I channel an Irish accent for that? I don't bloody know. I am fucking Australian. I don't even know, mate.
I like how you grew significantly more Australian just for that.
Oh, no, the Aussie comes out when I'm particularly pissed. That's about it. I'll be fine. Anyway. Let's see. Beyond there... okay. There are a lot of weird mentions, like, very direct mentions. Musou pays too much attention to where people are looking. Whether it be how he's looking at things, or whether it be how the reporters are looking at things, or whoever is looking at what. And one of the ones that catches him particularly off guard is, oh, I didn't pay attention to Marie for this entire trial's proceedings. Oh, she's there. She's waving at me now. Hello. Hello.
Oh, all right. That's my fiance. Hi there. Anyway.
Yep.
I think I remember specifically that scene. He was like, "Oh yeah, she has a nice chest or something." I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funky.
It's hard to
That's
remember when he
kinda
points it
silly.
out so much.
It's almost every scene that he mentions Marie. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's a nice chest.
Yeah.
A man knows what he likes.
Yeah, the man knows what he likes. The man knows what he wants. Hang on, let's see. If I just pull up, like, part 2, it's almost instant where he mentions it. Let's see.
Also get my book. Ooh, I'll be back.
You could open up, like, I think, like, any chapter, and you will find him mentioning it at some point. Besides, like, chapter 1, because she isn't even introduced.
Yep. Pretty much, yep. Oh, God. Let's see. Because, yeah, she is brought up really fast, and then... Oh, hey, she does have a last name. Oh, damn. Blah, blah,
I forgot what her
blah.
last name was.
Marie Cardona.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yep. Oh,
Okay, so I got my copy, and I totally forgot. I got my copy secondhand from the library, like, cause there's like a little section where they sell like secondhand books. I forgot my copy is annotated, and some of the notes are really funny. Like at the very end, when he dies. Hold on, let me like find the thing.
While you find that, I'm gonna go grab my copy real quick off of my bookshelf so that I can page through it as well. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the last sentence saying, "For everything to be consummated, for me to feel less alone, I had only to wish that there be a large crowd of spectators the day of my execution, and that they greet me with cries of hate." The last person who owned this copy just wrote down, "You weirdo!" Exclamation point! Exclamation point!
Yo, weirdo. God. He just wants a lot of people to witness his death after becoming that bloody obsessed with executions. Oh God. Because yes, it's in like the leading up 2 or 3 pages right before that where he's like, damn, I should have studied up on how I die. Or how I could die. And it's like, oh, Christ, Musou, please. And because it's very French, the first thing that comes to mind is, damn, the guillotine is way too effective at its job.
True.
straight up just oh yeah, if the blade comes down, it'll inevitably kill me, and if it doesn't, they just bring it back up and drop it again.
Okay, I'm back. I have to be very careful because I was lending it to my brother, and he has a bookmark set in, and I do not want to disturb this. It's like a light bookmark too. I didn't know he had this. I'm gonna steal that from him sometime. That's nice.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, the first mention of Marie is straight up as they're going swimming, basically, and he straight up goes ahead and acts as a fucking pervert. I just took this as the man being very French, and not the man being, yeah. Oh, God. Because, yes.
Yeah, let me see if I can find that specifically.
Because, yes.
Oh, yeah. And this translation, he mentions her last name right away. I have the Matthew Ward translation right here. That's the one I own physically. So.
Because, yeah.
Yeah, Matthew Ward's name.
Pretty much the line after he straight up just goes, or at least, let's see, whose version of this do I have right here opened up currently? Blah, blah,
In the
blah.
water, I ran into Marie Cardona, a former typist in our office whom I'd had a thing for at the time. She did too, I think. But she'd left soon afterwards, and we didn't have the time. I helped her onto a float, and as I did, I brushed against her breasts. That's the immediate introduction of her character.
Yes.
First time she is mentioned.
The version I got is pretty close to the same. It's the Stuart something version. So it's the one with Random House. Stuart Gilbert. There we go. And it's pretty much the same. Let's see. While I was helping her climb onto a raft, I let my hand stray over her breasts. Wow. Man knows what he wants.
Man knows what he wants.
Christ. And
we're over here comparing how Merso describes boobs in each and every translation. What a book club.
Wow, this is so
God.
great.
The thing is, the
I hope
moment...
they have this in the content.
Cinema.
The thing is, we are probably going to get a Marie. As for what Marie's
100%,
job
that's
is...
how we can't. Wow, Honglu, I can't believe you had a fiance this whole time and you didn't tell us. Merso in the corner. Yeah, that's so weird.
You never asked.
Silly.
Merso, you had a fiance too? You never asked.
Oh, God. Every time, it was straight up, oh, yeah. Yeah, you never asked. So he...
Merso, you had a warrant for your arrest and you were exiled from District 14? Why didn't you tell us before we came here? You never asked.
He would do that.
So... He does that. Oh, God. He actually does
Something
that.
I also want to mention on the topic of you never asked. I do think that Raymond is going to tie in with, I've always had like a light theory that Raymond may be involved in the middle. That might be how that ties in. And that is specifically because Merceau seems to have, well, I say seems to have, straight up states that he had an immense knowledge and history in nightclubs, specifically nightclubs that seem to be run by the middle and middle subsidiaries.
Oh.
If I recall...
And that very much ties into his relationship with Raymond, I think.
If I recall, the fellow was very comfortable with being in the middle in the Uptie story, even. Or rather, it was just, oh, yeah, I'm claiming this vengeance.
Dude, he loved it. He was thriving.
He was claiming this vengeance, and he's like, oh, by the textbook, I can racketeer more vengeances. Damn, I should do this. Everyone else around him, damn, Merceau, how do you manage to claim that many vengeances so easily? Read the
I'm
book.
just doing what was asked of me. If I remember correctly, one of his particulars listed in the game's website is likes clear and concise orders that leave no room for interpretation. So the middle is pretty blunt, you know?
Yeah, everything in
Pun
there
not intended.
is very, very clearly stated. Just exact punishments, exact section, exact ruling, how you should carry this thing out. If it racketeers more charges, how you escalate it.
My friend is insisting that I need to bring up a specific image that she made that I posted on my channel a while back when Kanto 9 was being announced. Let me find it.
Oh dear.
I'll just send it to you guys.
Oh boy.
It's,
Yep.
I guess it's more of a Nikkei shit post than it is a Limbus one, but still.
Yeah, it's fine.
Close
Where
enough.
is it? Close enough.
I unfortunately...
Oh, do I not have it in high quality anymore? Shoot, it might not be on my computer, but I at least can take it here from my YouTube.
Oh.
There you go. I just sent the image.
That's a live chat. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Oh my.
What the? Raymond Sintes. He's short and fixed set. Albert,
Do you just need to pull this up on stream? Do we gotta analyze this?
Oh, sweet Jesus. Hang on.
Oh my. There's lag going on here.
Let me just pull that into a separate tab, open up accordingly, and let's see here. Window capture. No, we're not catching Foundry right now. There we go. Oh, wow. It instantly transitioned over. Let me just pull you guys slightly downwards so it doesn't look like you're censoring things. Let's see.
I think when I posted this, everyone was just like, Jelly, are you okay?
There is red Fred everywhere.
There very much is. Where do we start?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Oh,
Raymond Sintes. The Stranger. Merso. Sun. Gun. Arabs. Nothing past that point.
Christ.
I'm a big
Raymond,
fan of the
Sintes.
pride symbol going down to the line I wanted to kiss a man.
Oh my.
Good, I like that.
Don't worry, you're not seeing anything too strange. Don't worry about it.
Stranger?
The one.
The man in the center, chat, is Raymond from Nikkei.
Don't worry. The one next to me is just judging very hard while looking over. Uh-huh.
Yes, the joke was that Matthias in this trailer looked weirdly like Raymond from Nikkei, and my friend and I thought that was really funny.
Oh,
That's
God.
good.
And it all just pulls over here. Raymond, aka
This means that in the
NTR
next
man.
Kanto, Merso will be shooting guns while shaking his booty.
Exactly. That's the conclusion.
Oh,
Yeah, if you guys
Christ.
don't know about Raymond in Nikkei, it is utterly fascinating. It is such a funny story. Basically,
Oh,
a
Christ.
character had like a bracelet or a ring or something that was related to a character in her past. It was revealed that the character was a man named Raymond, and immediately people went bonkers boycotting the game because it felt like they were cucked. And they dubbed him the NTR man, and it got so bad that the game had to put out a patch that removes him from existence and replaces him with another woman.
Okay, we've had
That's so funny.
we've had several cases of this in Gacha, but
You're
it's
right,
real funky.
I know, but the Raymond incident is one of my favorites. It's so funny.
I swear that Raymond was also the name for the GFL one at some point. If not, it might have been the one for the Girls Frontline
Anyway,
one
that
as
was
well.
a
But yeah.
side tangent and a half.
Ah, yes. The right, there was that fucking line of Muso wanted to kiss a man just this one time.
Mm-hmm. I did not move or make any, or I did not show or whatever, but I did not make any sudden movements. But for the first time in my life, I wanted to kiss a man. Can I just find that line in this translation? Hold on.
Let's see.
The book next to me.
It's all to do with it's when Celeste testifies.
Uh-huh.
So that's in
Oh, I gotta
yeah.
remove my brother's bookmark. It's keeping some of the pages shut. 'Cause it's like a clip.
It's in part 3. Or section 3 of part 2. There we go.
Doo-ba-doo. Can I find it?
But yes, Muso expressing his pride as a Frenchman. Literally just see, I didn't say anything or make any movements, but for the first time in my life, I wanted to kiss a man.
Yes. That translation you have there, that's the first translation I
Yep.
read. I don't remember if that's what people consider the second best one. I think people think that the Matthew Ward one is the best overall because it's the most accurate. But the one that you have, the what's his face translation, is considered like the easiest to read.
Oh god, some part of Camus's writing is hell. Even then, because of all of the dashes that are just like, oh yeah, let me interrupt this statement for a moment.
The
to-
M dashes, like we're talking to Chat GPT.
Yes, let me introduce this statement into another statement.
It's trying really hard not to just start reading this in order to find it, so I'm like skimming really badly.
It's right after Celeste is told to stand down from his testimonial.
Yes, I'm looking. I'm looking.
It is going to be really fun. Oh my god, okay. Okay, so apparently, in the NTR incident for Girls Frontline as well, it was also a character named Raymond.
That's crazy.
There are two.
Oh yeah, no. In the Matthew Ward translation, it is He then asked the prosecutor if he had any questions to put to the witness, and the prosecutor exclaimed, "Oh no, that is quite sufficient," with such glee and with such a triumphant look in my direction that for the first time in years I had this stupid urge to cry, because I could feel how much all these people hated me.
Oh,
I don't
right.
think that's actually the line I'm looking for, but that is a really good line.
Yeah,
That is
that's
a
the
good line.
one. That's the one where it's like, oh yeah, man,
I had
People-
an urge to kiss a man.
people hate me. Oh god, people hate me.
Yeah.
The man thought he was loved in his community, and I don't think he really had a reason to think otherwise. Basically.
Well, yeah, he was just a normal guy with normal relationships, I guess, and a normal job.
Yeah, because in the first
He was
part,
pretty normal.
he's sitting on his balcony, he's waving people down the street. He knows who they are. They wave back.
Everyone is saying that it's censorship, and it's just making me think of how the other day they announced in the Persona 4 remake, they showed a scene where in the original, Yosuke says, "Yeah, you do look like a guy who'd be good with your hand." Never mind. And they just got rid of that, and everyone's saying it's gay erasure.
Oh,
No.
Christ.
Oh,
Ah,
give him back.
Give him back. We are never getting Yosuke back. Not for the new
Oh, so
version,
sad.
unfortunately. Anyhow.
Yeah. If they add Yosuke romance back into the game in the new version, I will buy it. I genuinely will. Otherwise, I have no interest.
P4 was the one that I just couldn't get into quite as much, and it was the first one I played too. Oh god.
P4 is my second favorite of the Persona games. My favorite is Eternal Punishment, but
Wow. Oh.
I really liked P4.
For me, I think P3 stuck out the most so far, but that's just me still going through P5 anyhow, but eh.
Yeah. I'm just a big simp for Eternal Punishment. I thought it was such a good game.
I would say what my immediate thought was, but no, not safe for stream. Definitely not safe for stream. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? It's safe enough. It's safe enough. What was Eternal Punishment the one that was like that's Hitler but just dressed up?
No,
Dimly
no, no,
veiled?
that's Innocent Sin.
There
so
we
Persona
go,
2 is
okay.
divided into two games, Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment. Eternal Punishment is the second one. Eternal Punishment does not have Hitler. Innocent Sin has Hitler.
I have no
As someone
idea
who
what
doesn't
the
know about any of this is so interesting to hear.
I had no idea the
Okay,
context of
Innocent
involving
Sin,
him.
the thing is, a lot of people make the joke, oh, the final boss of Innocent Sin is Hitler, because that's crazy. That is insane. But the true joke that you realize when you play Innocent Sin is that that is one of the least crazy parts of the final act.
That is crazy.
Oh dear.
How does it get crazier?
Ancient Mayan aliens. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Because the whole idea, and it's actually really clever. I guess spoilers for Innocent Sin, but everything is based off of rumors. So the premise of the game is rumors come to life. So at one point, I'm being vague here, but one of the main villains hijacks the news to play like a history channel. Hitler is still alive, and he was searching for aliens in the Antarctic stuff in order to widespread a conspiracy theory and make all of that real.
Christ.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. People are saying to ban me because I'm vague posting. I'm sorry, I don't want to spoil an almost like 30-year-old game because it's really good.
Anyhow, dropping back to the stranger for a moment, all of the mentions of the sun. Every single one
Yes.
of
The
them.
sun.
Yes.
The sun.
In the copy that I've got, he mentions it 16 bloody times.
He mentions it all. The copy I have literally has the sun on the cover. It's the one really famous cover where the entire thing is the outline of a sun, and then it's just the title.
The sun. He blames the sun. He keeps mentioning the sun. He keeps mentioning the bloody time of day thanks to the sun, the different kinds of light. In fact, the man just has a favorite and least favorite time of day.
Oh, don't we all?
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's like 4 a.m. But anyhow.
Oh, there's probably context to this. I should probably explain.
Huh? Eh?
Mine is like lunchtime.
Okay, so the thing about France So this is a very important thing.
Okay, yep.
In the summer, the sun goes up at 6 a.m. and starts setting at 11 p.m.
Oh,
Oh my god. I would never want to live in France. That sounds terrible.
that just sounds unfortunate.
So you probably
I
just
know.
hate the summer sun.
He probably just hates the summer sun. You know what? Yeah,
Yeah, I
fair.
would too. I'd shoot a guy if that was the life I was living.
This is the, oh, you know what, Musso? Fair. And he was doing it at midday, too.
Yeah, during the summer on a beach.
Because at some point they're straight up like, oh, wow. Yeah, it's only 11:30. Holy shit. And we're eating lunch already? Damn. They then go for a walk. Someone gets cut. Oh, well, I guess I'm staying back for a bit. Okay, Raymond's back. Oh, I still have... you know what? Sun's pissing me off. Let's go for a walk. What to do on that walk? Oh, hey, the Arab from earlier.
Oh, that's a really nice rock he's sitting by.
Yeah, that's a really nice rock he's sitting on. You know what? There's no provocation. I shouldn't try to shoot him, but, what if I step closer to him? Oh, he's pulling. Bang. Bang, 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 bang.
And again, and I pointed this out earlier, but I feel like it bears repeating. It isn't the knife itself that made him go, oh, I'm being provoked, I gotta shoot him. It was the fact that the sun reflected off of the knife.
Yes, it was the fact the sun reflected off. It's
Yeah.
so... it's so ridiculous. Let's see. Hang on. Let me just pull this up real quick. The version I've got.
It's like so meaningless. It's meaningful.
Mhm.
Let's see. Here we go.
So
Here we
good.
go. Let me just go ahead and narrate this. It struck me that all I had to do was turn, walk away, and think no more about it. But the whole beach, pulsing with heat, was pressing on my back. I took some steps towards the stream. The Arab didn't move. After all, there was still some distance between us. Perhaps because the shadow on his face, he seemed to be grinning at me. I waited. The heat was beginning to scorch my cheeks. Beads of sweat were gathering in my eyebrows. It was the same sort of heat at my mother's funeral, and I had the same disagreeable sensations, especially in my forehead, where all the veins seemed to be bursting through the skin. I couldn't stand it any longer, and took another step forward. I knew it was a fool thing to do. I wouldn't get out of the sun by moving on a yard or so. Motherfucker, he really stepped up because of the sun. Christ. Anyway.
Yes, it was all the sun!
But I took that
It was
step.
the
Honor and the
fault.
sun made me do it.
Just one step forward, and then the Arab drew his knife and held it up toward me, athwart the sunlight. A shaft of light shot upward from the steel, and I felt as if a long, thin blade transfixed my forehead. At the same moment, all the sweats that had accumulated in my eyebrows splashed down on my eyelids, covering them with a warm film of moisture. Beneath a veil of brine and tears, my eyes were blinded. I was conscious only of the symbols of the sun clashing on my skull, and less distinctly of the keen blade of light flashing up from the knife, scarring my eyelashes and gouging into my eyeballs. Yeah, it really was the sun. Holy shit. Then everything began to reel before my eyes. A fiery gust came from the sea, while the sky cracked in two, from end to end, and a great sheet of flame poured down through the rift. Every nerve in my body was a steel spring, and my grip closed on the revolver. The trigger gave, and the smooth underbelly of the butt jogged my palm, and so with that crisp whip-crack sound it all began. I shook off my sweats and the clinging veil of light. I knew I'd shadowed the balance of the day, the spacious calm of this beach on which I had been happy. But I fired 4 more shots into the inert body, on which there were no visible trace, and each successive shot was another loud, fateful rap on the door of my undoing. So ends part 1.
This book is so good.
It is so good.
I will give it to
It's like one of my
Camus.
favorite books for good reason.
I will give it to Camus. He is very good at describing things. Prose is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah.
And that is also what makes the book so fascinating, because specifically the strange, blunt way that Meursault describes everything, even the most intense situations. Oh, it's so good. I love this book.
It
True.
is-
Like
Go on, go on.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I think it was something like, it's not written super complexly. it's definitely written like how an adult would write it, would describe things, but it's not written to the point where it's like one sentence takes up half a page. Like even this super intense part, it's just written down like duh, 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 you know?
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to look for it. I could have sworn he also started commenting on the sun in his prison cell, and I immediately paged to that is all for today, Monsieur Antichrist. Baller line.
Yes, amazing line. He is straight up just... Oh, God, yeah. Yep. Monsieur Antichrist, straight up, just from the magistrate. I remember...
I'm trying to find some of how he addresses his prison life.
I remember the magistrate being like, up and down, we're back, we're done, we're out, we're gone. We're so back. It's so over. We're so back.
Over. We're so back.
We're so back.
That is the magistrate's experience while talking to Marceau.
Oh yeah, see, even shortly after that, I was taken before the examining magistrate again. It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and this time his office was filled with a sunlight barely softened by a flimsy curtain. It was very hot. He had me sit down and very politely informed me that due to unforeseen circumstances, my lawyer had been unable to come. Yep, so even his first note there is the sun.
Yep, every last bit. It's the sun's fault. It's the sun's fault. And you know what?
Monsieur Antichrist.
With the description of the French sun that we were so graciously given earlier. Let's blame the sun. Yep. Please understand, it's probably sunny all the time in N-Corp as well. Probably.
I can also hear, since this is right here, I can read, if you guys would like, Marceau's description or justification for why he shot him, since we did just read
Oh, yeah, go
him
for it,
shooting
go for
him.
it.
Yeah.
Ironically, on page 6-7, I'm gonna kill myself. All right.
Oh.
After a short silence, he stood up and told me that he wanted to help me, that I interested him, and that with God's help, he would do something for me. But first, he wanted to ask me a few more questions. Without working up to it, he asked me if I loved Maman. I said, yes, the same as anyone. And the clerk, who up to then had been typing steadily, must have hit the wrong key because he lost his place and then had to go back. Again, without any apparent logic, the magistrate then asked if I had fired all 5 shots at once. I thought for a minute, and then explained that at first I had fired a single shot, and then a few seconds later, the other 4. Then he said, why would you pause between the first and second shots? Once again, I could see the red sand and feel the burning of the sun on my forehead, but this time I didn't answer. In the silence that followed, the magistrate seemed to be getting fidgety. He sat down, ran his fingers through his hair, put his elbows on the desk, and leaned towards me, slightly with a strange look on his face. Why? Why did you shoot the body that was on the ground? Once again, I didn't know how to answer. The magistrate ran his hands across his forehead and repeated his question with a slightly different tone in his voice. Why? You must tell me. Why? Still, I didn't say anything. And then that's where he starts to, like, banish the demons from his body.
Right, grabs the fucking
You
crucifix.
can't even explain it. It was just the sun.
Suddenly he rose, walked to a filing cabinet against the opposite wall and pulled a drawer open, took from it a silver crucifix.
Which he brandished as soon as he came towards me.
Like, what the hell,
And in a
man?
completely different, almost cracked voice, he shouted, "Do you know what this is?"
Oh,
And of
God.
course, 2 pages later, that's all for today, Monsieur Antichrist.
Oh, God. He tried to exorcise Marceau. It did not work.
Moral of the
Therefore,
story, read this book if you haven't. It's so good.
did not manage to exorcise the man. Well, Monsieur
Yeah.
Antichrist, that'll be all.
So good.
What I find funny is that after that, the magistrate and the lawyer get along very well with the guy, being like, yeah, there's probably no saving this guy. However, we can...
That's our Marceau. Waggles my finger. The jingle of the show plays.
Christ, but
Fucking Seinfeld theme.
at that point, it's just like, there's no saving him. He's clearly not remorseful. However, extenuating circumstances. Clearly.
Extenuating circumstances.
We can avoid for him the worst possible penalty, right?
All
Oh,
right,
man.
let me look back real quick at our layout for what we wanted to touch on today. Let me see. Recap of the story, themes discussion, links to Limbus, any extra beyond there. I like how we have, like, not followed our layout that we gave to ourselves.
It is what it is. Happens. Like,
I guess we can get a little bit into the themes, and particularly absurdism, of course. That's like the main thing. I mean, on
Oh,
the back
boy.
of this copy I have, it even says that Camus explored what he termed the nakedness of a man faced with the absurd. I do find The Stranger a very interesting book because, on one hand, everything about it is kind of absurd, but it's absurd in how grounded it is. And I know that that's like an oxymoron, no shit. But like, what I mean is, Meursault is such an absurd guy, and it's the world around him that's normal. But the way that the book is presented to us, since it's from his point of view, we're meant to almost read it as Meursault is the normal one, and everyone around him is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's that concept in horror where you can play it down as either, okay, at first it seems like, okay, maybe the people around me are a little insane, a little bit weird. Am I the only one noticing these things? And then eventually as
No,
you
thank
go
God
along,
I'm the only one here. I'm the only normal one here.
eventually you go along and you're like, wait a second, everyone else thinks differently to me. Oh shit. Am I the insane one? That's one of the things they play off a lot in like eldritch horror. I wouldn't be surprised if they do go ahead and play it off with the absurdism and then brings it through full force for Limbus, so to speak. That
And I also definitely think that's going to come through in the canned experiences. I know I'm
Yep.
like bringing it back to something we already talked about ad nauseum, but like the idea that maybe someone taking an experience is experiencing something incredibly normal in it, but they're the weird one. But it feels like the reverse because in your own mind you're like, this is so strange, you know?
Yep.
Like, especially since we directly see that canned experiences are made after what the Inquisition does. And the
yeah.
Inquisition is incredibly strange, but everyone in the Inquisition thinks that it's normal. They're the normal ones. Everyone else is weird.
Yep, just read the scriptures, go hammer some people. You know,
Mhm.
the city's
Eat
a
your canned
weird...
experience, and then go kill people.
The city's a weird place anyway. We're not that weird.
We're just standing up for what we believe in.
Yep, and you know, the head hasn't stopped us yet. Christ, it really is just everything is bloody permitted.
Yep. And again, I think that's what's going to make this so fascinating, because in a world where basically all crime is legal and everything about it is already absurd, then placing this absurd guy in there, you know, I think it's going to be an interesting exploration of like how a people can define something as normal. I know this is like a weird thing to suddenly bring up, but the short story, The Lottery, I think that's a really good story, and I know it's completely unrelated, but the whole like point of that story is how absurd things happen for the sake of tradition. With the plot of the lottery being that every year a lottery is held in which a random person's name is selected, and then they are stoned to death by all the citizens for the sake of tradition. There is no reason why they do it, they just do it. And that is an absurd concept, but to everyone in that village, that is exactly what they expect. That is what's normal to them. It not happening is what would be bizarre. And I feel like something similar could really happen with Canto 10.
I feel like we get our first glimpse at that immediately with like the baker during the intervallo, where straight up they're just like, oh, these canned experiences. Why wouldn't you want them? And they just then go on and on about, oh yeah, he offered me 5 canned experiences. I took them, blah, 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 used them, and you could just see them just slowly seem more and more insane. And then you slowly project that outwards to the rest of the fellows from N-Corp that you see around, and you're like, oh, are they actually all just high up on canned experiences? Oh god. Oh no.
At this point, well, what life is their real one? Maybe even going back to Ruina, when Elena is talking about people on the warp train. After you live several thousand years, even if you don't remember it, which life is your real one? The several thousand years of torture, or what you went back to right after?
The
What's
funny...
the real life? The canned
yeah.
experiences you lived through, or what you actually experience? If you're living entirely off of canned experiences, who's to say that it's not like, you know, the whole concept of a brain in a jar? All of us right now, we could be brains in jars simulating experiences and we'd never know it. Does that mean that what we're living right now is our real life? Or the outside world where all we are is brains in jars?
I don't remember...
It's all up to how you perceive it, and I think a lot of that will be struck at in Canto 10 with the canned experiences and with how Meursault tackles those concepts and how precise he is in it and how he defines things and that there is no objective.
Yeah, I don't remember what the exact theory that everyone is just a simulation was called, but yeah, that's
I think
one
it's
of
literally
the...
well, the Matrix.
Yeah, Matrix is the one that's
More
popularized.
traditionally, I
yeah.
think it's literally just called the brain in the jar theory, but most people call it the Matrix because
Uh-huh,
that's the
yeah.
movie that popularized the idea.
Hmm.
Because yeah, there's a certain level of insanity with it, just like, oh yeah, what is real? What is real in the end? And absurdism does play into that in just the idea of, oh, yeah, existence is irrational in itself, basically. Huh. So, irrational in itself, kind of meaningless, so why are we doing this? I don't think
And you know, that also ties into Camus' other works. We already know that he's referencing Sisyphus, but a lot of people have theorized that he's going to be referencing The Fall, which is also another work of absurdist nihilism work. It's very popular.
So let's see, the ones referenced on the back of this copy are, let's see, The Plague, The Fall, and Exile and the Kingdom. Let's see, Caligula and 3 other plays, The Rebel, and The Myth of Sisyphus.
I think The Fall and The Myth of Sisyphus and The Stranger are like his holy trinity of books. Those are the 3 that everyone references. The Plague, I also hear good things about. I need to read it. But yeah.
We have someone in chat shaking their fist in the air about a Clements
Yes, that is my
prosecutor
friend. She
theory.
has a theory that the prosecutor in Canto 10, who's going to be handling Meursault's trial, is going to be the prosecutor from The Fall. That's been her theory for a bit now, so.
Okay. Let's hear it then. Let's hear it. Why so? Why so?
Come on, go off in chat. Type out your theory. I'm not going to explain it because I'm not good at it. You're the one who explains it. Somebody in chat, show respect. Okay, she's like my actual friend. I can make fun of her all I want and just call her someone in chat. The 2 people who are like typing now are the 2 people who are in all of my streams nonstop.
Dear
They're like
Lord.
respected members of my community at this point.
Fair enough. But yeah, that prosecutor, oh god, he really does have it out for Meursault the entire time in painting him as pretty much
definitely.
the Antichrist. Like,
Yeah.
Monsieur Antichrist.
Monsieur
imagine...
Antichrist. If we don't get a reference to that in Canto 10, I'm quitting Limbus.
Like, imagine if we get this prosecutor to the point where even the sinners start questioning, what kind of guy have we had along with us this whole time?
Who in chat is just saying Meursault is French, I think. I think.
I think no, he's actually
His name is
Filipino.
Meursault. What do you
Everyone
mean,
is
I think?
Filipino.
No. He's Italian. That's why he got lay hangs.
Italian. I
Ivy.
find it so funny that
Yeah.
Dante just constantly says random French things to Meursault, seemingly for aura. That's the only character they do this with.
Oh man.
Oh boy, The Fall is ostensibly the exact opposite to The Stranger. It's an entire book that's just dedicated to chronicling a single man's extensive rants about his own life, being Clements. Oh god. Okay. And that's gonna be our prosecutor, I guess.
Yeah, that's her theory. Either way, The Fall is probably going to be worth reading for Canto 10.
Oh. Okay.
Fine.
But yeah, there's one funky plot point that everyone keeps going back to, or one funny thing in the Limbus Company original trailer, which is just that whole population drop section.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, every single Canto now we've been like, it's going to happen this time. This time it's really going to happen, and it keeps not
really gonna happen.
happening.
I really thought it would happen Canto 9.
I really thought it'd happen Canto 8. That's when I really thought it would happen. Like, Canto 7, I was like, oh, I think this is going to be when it happens. But Canto 8, especially when they started building up to a wing war, I was like, yeah, this is going to be when it happens. I mean, we basically know at this point that what's going to happen is a War of the Wings akin to the Smoke War. We just don't know when that shoe's going to drop. We know any day now it's going to happen.
And we already know that NCorp has something planned. Yeah, that's like...
NCorp has something planned. Both Limbus and Wayfarer have stuff planned. And, of course, DS is there, too. Because, of course, she is.
Yep.
I guess let's just be glad that both Ian and Benjamin are in what's essentially gay baby jail right now, and they can't be involved.
Because we know that it can't just be like a random mass destruction event. It is probably just going to be that war, and that's what's going to cause so many casualties. But at the same time, the sheer drop, though, just how much of the city is going to get involved at that point. Let's see. Oh, geez, we have a lot more from your buddy in chat.
Yay!
She is detailing the theory, man.
Let's see. Clemens is defined as judge penitent, who is someone who judges others to uplift himself in the public standing of other people. He was a prosecutor who levied that fact. In general, he abides and forgoes his morals for the sake of gliding by with an easy life, so he doesn't have to complicate it too much. And it's adherence to society which provides him with the fall in question. Because sacrificing yourself so thoroughly for that easy life bites you in the ass in the end. Okay.
That does sound like the opposite of the stranger.
Yep. Hence why her whole theory has been for a while now that, well, he's the direct opposition to Limbus Company and Merceau and the stranger. So.
I see.
Ah, Christ. In the end, that whole trial feels so much like a sham, at least seeing it from in the modern day. Being like, oh yeah, man did not, let's see, because they pull pretty much every single piece of evidence, every last crumb that they left in part 1, and turn it against Merceau. Every last thing that might have seemed maybe a little strange, but mostly normal-ish, kind of. Timing was a bit unfortunate, but otherwise, yeah, on any other day, that would have been considered pretty okay, right?
Yeah, it's just kind of like his crime wasn't even like killing a guy, his crime was just being slightly abnormal.
Yep. And that's, again, the whole point of it. And I think also that's why it ties into specifically the guy he kills being an Arab. Because in any other situation, that would be the guy who is being prosecuted for something he couldn't control. What with racism.
Yep. The French's history with minorities isn't particularly great. I have made someone cry in a Cultures of Europe class in university once before, thanks to it.
What?
You know what? Let me elaborate on that story. So
yeah, I feel like you gotta elaborate on that story. Story time.
So Cultures of Europe. This is a 101 class that goes through the history of Europe, all of its various conflicts, what builds it up to this day. It starts from like the Roman Empire, moves on to feudalism, medieval times, slowly moves up into the modern day and whatnot. And you'd be surprised how few people know anything about, or how there are some people out there that genuinely know nothing about European history.
Mm-hmm.
We eventually arrive at modern day French policy. Now, the French government, not the best track record with minorities, so to speak. So the French enact a little thing called communautarisme. Communautarisme is the idea that, well, you came to France, you're French now. The idea behind this is that now the policies are being made for the French people. You're here, you're French, therefore policies are for you too. Guy in class pipes up, starts sobbing at first, tells sob story about immigration into France, blah, blah, blah. I am painted as the Antichrist in that class very quickly.
What's your Antichrist? It was you.
What's your Antichrist?
It was very quickly just everyone stares at me. It's like everybody hated that. The teacher over there. You said the right thing. You said what we were going for. However, you might want to leave. You might want to leave early today.
Oh my god.
Oh, lovely.
I mean, I understand, but also you are literally in a college class about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like it was kind of literally your job to say that. It's not really your fault.
Yeah, it was just the don't worry about coming to too many classes from now on. Just turn in your essay and I'll pass you. I'll pass you.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds like college.
Free pass, yeah.
I'd say the far worse one that I had to deal with, but that's an off-stream story. That one's an off-stream story.
That's an off-stream story.
My time in university was weird, and I ran an anime club, so things only got weirder. Anyway.
We're basically
Oh
gonna be
my.
having like a wedding reception after this, where we're all sitting around sipping wine and listening to Eco's insane stories.
There's a lot. There is a stupid amount. There's even one that has to do with the gay pride parade down in Sydney. Oh god, that one's terrible. Oh Christ.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
That
Yo,
one.
speaking of Happy Pride Month, donate to Absolute Pride Resonance. Great segue.
Yeah, donations.
Donations.
Let's see. As for the fellow confused about where Maso was living in Algiers. So not Paris, not wherever the bloody hell he visited for his mother's funeral. It was specifically Algiers. Algiers, I think it's supposed to be like a coastal town or something. Let's see. Algiers, France. French Algeria, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's on the coastline. Specifically on the northern coastline, yeah. Is where Maso is stationed out of, or was stationed out of.
I'm sure
Yeah.
the sun is extra bad over there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Hey, they gave him the opportunity to move to Paris.
Okay, Paris is infinitely worse though. I would not want to live in
Yeah,
Paris.
yeah.
That
Paris
sounds like a
kinda sucks,
nightmare.
from what I heard.
So the one next to me normally says, if you want to go to France, don't go to Paris.
That is what I have heard extensively too. I have
Yep.
a friend who I used to work with who was from France, and she would often say, literally never visit Paris. Don't do it.
Isn't there like I remember reading about this like phenomenon that like Japanese people who idolized Paris would go visit Paris and then would come home crying because it smelled like piss or something.
Yes, it's like an actual. There have been actual recorded cases of depressive episodes spurred on
Oh
by
my
going
God.
to Paris and it not being what you thought it would be, and it's like a whole condition. It has a name.
Oh my god.
Let's
It
see.
happened. I think it's happened to Americans too, but I think it originated largely from Japan.
I see.
Let's see. All right,
yeah.
let's see. Maso's description of Paris is very depressing seeming.
So like just like Paris itself.
Where-
Paris itself.
Because Marie asks him about Paris after he says, "Oh yeah, we can get married." So what's Paris like?
What's Paris like?
A dingy sort of town to my mind. Masses of pigeons and dark courtyards, and people have washed out white faces. That's the only
Yeah, that
thing
sounds
you
like
can
Paris.
say about Paris.
He didn't
Yeah.
mention the like remaining smell of piss in the air when it gets hot because all the blood in the sewers just bakes.
Oh Christ!
So when it gets hot, the entire city smells like piss and metal.
Oh sweet
Ew.
Jesus!
You think
Because
Ancorp's gonna smell
all
like
the
that?
blood is just caked into the sewers, so it like combines and it's disgusting.
Oh God!
That's not fun.
No, that is not fun at all. But don't worry. London had their equivalent, the River Thames.
America has their equivalent, people shitting on the sidewalk.
Christ. The joke normally is that New York didn't have like bins on their streets until like last year. That's normally the joke.
Yeah.
But yeah. It is weird going to any country where littering is outlawed. I think the strangest one that I went to was probably Singapore. But when you're in Singapore, you do want to kill the sun.
Hmm.
Christ, yeah. It really is going to be funny if we do get Marie back and the first thing she does is come back and ask Maso to marry her or something along those lines. Or being like,
It's
oh,
just gonna be Zhu Baochai again.
Because if you remember, she straight up throughout almost the whole proceedings just like, we can make this work. We can still get married.
Girl, dump him, please. I'm begging.
Like, at the first prison meeting and all that, still love you. We can still get married. At the court case, we'll be done with this. We can still get married, right? Here's about the execution. Oh fuck, we can't get married.
Hmm. Maybe in the
Yeah.
afterlife, man.
Real
Yeah.
question though, real talk.
Uh-huh.
Do we think that Marie is gonna die? Do we think that she's gonna get killed or something like that by the end of Canto 10?
Ooh,
A lot of
Because
it-
personally, I have no opinion, but I lean towards she will probably die.
I lean towards she'll live.
Really?
oh gosh.
I mean, I guess she lives in the book, but
Yeah.
she does live in the book, but also she, like, everything kind of becomes meaningless by the end of the book because Merceau himself is dead, but he's not gonna die in the Kanto.
no, he literally can't die in Limbus.
Yep.
So,
So I
This
feel
is a
like
hard
she's gonna
question.
die in his stead.
you know, that would make sense.
I'm gonna laugh if we do get the Merceau execution scene and then we just drag the body off later.
I mean, we kind of got that in Time Killing Time with him being hung at the time gallows.
Yeah.
True.
Ah, yes, your buddy in chat. You thinks Raymond will die.
Raymond dying,
He'll
I feel like
probably
makes
die
sense.
too. I really think Marie will die. I think it's more likely Raymond will live than Marie will live because Raymond could at least be like a reoccurring villain. Because from what we've noticed, of course, every single Canto, except debatably 9 is weird, has set up a villain that'll come back later as either a part of Demian's group or N Corp.
Let's see.
I think Raymond would make a lot more sense than Marie to be a member of N Corp and or Demian's crew. But also, I think it'd be more neat for Marie to be the one who ends up being that villain that comes back.
Yeah.
Okay, so for every canto, every canto after like around 4 basically onwards, they always have these super big emotional scene, and suddenly we get the ego cut in, blah blah blah.
And then the Millie music swells.
Yep, and all that. What the bloody hell are they doing with Merceau?
That's a good question.
I'm excited for the
am
Millie song because
excited.
since Momokashi I can't speak. Since Momokashi knows French, like, exciting.
Because, let's see, the animation for like Chains of Others is just, oh yeah, Merceau gets his chain, stands up, slams someone.
Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing. Chains of Others, especially, even for Zayn base ego standard, feels like such an unfinished animation, and I feel like that's on purpose. I mean, there's a reason why in Canto 6 they just kind of had to, like, stay still on the ending frame for a bit while Merceau explained his plan.
Yep.
So I think what would be really, really cool, and what I'm hoping for, is that they're gonna, like, extend the animation. Not, like, drag it out or change it a little, but literally complete the animation.
Yep.
Like, there's something else in there that we're not seeing, and that's what we're finally gonna get.
It is funny because the very last section of The Stranger is the extended Merceau crash out, basically. Valid, kind of valid, maybe valid, questionably valid Merceau crash out. If that somehow becomes his emotional moment and him just, oh yeah, let's slam someone with the chains, fuck the binds that society is putting on, fuck it, slam someone. If that's what we end up with, god fucking damn it.
You know, that kind of also reminds me, I've gotten, like, mixed opinions on if people agree with this assessment of mine or not.
Uh-huh.
But I definitely think that Sonk Merceau is meant to, in a way, reference the ending monologue of the book.
Oh. How so?
Because the whole idea there, okay, live streamer Merceau is hilarious, but when you think of it from the aspect of life has no meaning, so I might as well make a show of myself.
Oh.
I always really read it in that way, and a lot of people are like, no, because this, and that. In the story, he more so states that he's doing this not for the fame or for attention, but because he wants to show people the proper way to duel. And I get that, but please let me have this crack theory. I've always
No, I
really
get
wanted
it.
to,
I
like,
get
just
it.
read on it.
The thing is, I place him as like weird enough to be thinking that specific way of just being like,
Yeah.
huh.
Yeah.
What if
My
the-
life has no meaning, so I'm gonna do these educational dueling streams. Don't watch the VODs, watch the whole don't watch the highlight reel, watch the VODs or you're not a real fan.
Oh my
Oh my god.
Like my favorite line from that. Actually, I do not approve of those highlight cuts. You must watch the full VODs in order to understand my content.
Christ. Live streaming is the art of being just entertaining enough to maintain people's attention, basically, for said given amount of
True.
time. And the best way of putting it usually is just being a busker, and then people walking in and walking out of your performance.
Yeah.
A live streaming duelist, I reckon that's entertaining enough, regardless.
Oh, yeah.
Then again,
I mean, if it worked for Camille in the first place.
Here's the thing with Camille's though. It feels like with Camille, they are like heavily diversifying into like slop content. Because there's
100%.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile,
that-
Merceau seems to have an integrity to it.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Maso's one is I'm dueling. Watch the art. I'm dueling. Camille, we're gonna be unboxing this product next time, and we're sponsored by this, and oh my
Chad,
god.
is this for real?
Yeah, pretty
Chad,
much.
is this real?
Chad, is this real?
God. 'Cause-
But yeah, that's always been like my crack read on Sonk Merceau, being that it's sort of a reference to the ending monologue of, again, my life has no meaning. I might as well make a show out of this fleeting existence.
Because it feels like that final monologue is too big of a thing to not include in some way or another.
I
Is the
know,
thing.
and I'm sure they're gonna include it properly in Canto 10, but you know, for now, let me have this.
Because it would be
Yes.
really funny if he cracks all of that up and then, oh, whoops, guillotine slipped.
Oh
Well,
my god. Someone in chat just said, can you even watch the VODs in Encore? I was watching a live. I guess you can't watch live streams in
No,
Encore. I
you-
guess they just don't get YouTube.
you can't. Like,
That's so sad.
they specifically say there's no surveillance cameras, even.
Nope.
In
They don't even
Encore.
have TV.
Yeah, you just cannot because you cannot go against their main product, basically. No
Yeah, RIP
living...
to the fact that in the book Merceau loves comedy films. That's not going to be able to be adapted.
Use 480p,
Aw,
don't
man.
use 60 FPS. Senti,
Or
at
maybe
that
they'll find a
point-
way to adapt it anyway, with like how he went to clubs and stuff. Like he would leave N-Corp specifically to go watch comedy films to feel alive or something. That'd be cool.
And the man, let's see, what was the name of the canto going to be again? Gaze bearing, was it? Or
The gaze bearing.
oh,
Gays bearing what? Happy Pride
Yeah, the
Month.
gays are bearing what?
oh,
Happy Pride Month.
Christ. Yes, happy Pride Month.
I do
God.
want to bring up something not related to the stranger, but very heavily related to Canto 10 and N-Corp.
Okay, go on.
How well versed are we all in Silent Girl, the first ever abnormality?
Oh dear lord.
I remember her vaguely.
I mainly remember her being an absolute bitch at the end of Ruina, but go on.
So this has been something that's pointed out for a while now, but the eyes that show up in Merceau's ego are identical to the eyes that show up on Silent Girl's cards.
Oh.
Interesting.
And also the whole theme, she carries a nail and a hammer in a church. She nails sinners down to the floor and prosecutes them with her gaze, which is very similar
so
to Encore.
Stranger.
And the stranger.
Okay.
So
okay.
I definitely, I don't know how they'll do this, and I'm sure they aren't going to really do this in Canto 10 because this feels like way too big of a deal. You can't just drop not only your first Aleph, but the first ever abnormality, who also, as far as we know, is in the library right now.
Mhm.
But at the same time, she just feels way too important, especially to N-Corp, what with them all having the exact same theming
Yep.
and designs and everything.
Has to be there somewhere, is the thing at that point. Like, okay. Considering that this is supposed to be one of Kim Ji-hoon's favorite books, not off the table, you know?
That is true. That he
Yeah.
could just randomly bring up Silent Girl. I mean, let's be real. Is she really that big of a deal when we know like nothing about her? She shows up for like 2 seconds in Ruina, and you can see her in the official Lobocorp art book.
You know, when's the last time we went into a LobCorp facility?
That is true. It's been a
True.
while. I think last time was Canto 5.
Was
Oh,
it?
man, that was a while ago. Huh.
Didn't we wander into one in like Canto 7? Kinda? Or was it just the walls
7.
had like...
I think in Canto 7, at that point, it had fully assimilated with La Mancha Land. So does that really
Yeah.
count?
Yeah, you
Meanwhile,
know,
in
fair.
Canto 5, it was more
was,
Lobocorp
like, the actual
than
facility,
it was
yeah.
Pallid Whale.
Huh. So, yeah. You know what? Maybe we end up in N-Corp's
Oh, a bunch of people are
L-Corp
saying
branch.
technically in the Arknights collab. Okay, is that really canon? Like, I know it's canon, but like, come on. Are we counting the Arknights collab? You can't even play it anymore. You can't even read the story anymore.
The funny thing with it is Dante doesn't bloody remember the damn thing.
It happened, but it happened and it's canon, but it doesn't count, and it's the Arknights collab.
I will put it with the simple idiom of, if a bear shits in the woods and no one's there to see it, did the bear shit?
Okay.
Did he shit?
Interesting.
Because, yeah, not even Dante remembers it happening, so the only things that he's
and
seeing...
Dante remembers everything.
Yeah,
except their own past. They remember everything else.
So
Everything else.
The only weird-ass thing at that point is just... So, where are we pulling these egos from? I don't fucking know.
I don't know, man.
Who's this Scotty? Who's this Marlinar? Eh.
And that's why also I think it's a big deal that Mirso repeats a lot of the sun is not its warmth stuff that he said in the Arknights collab, because it's like, that was a big drop there, but it doesn't matter because it's the Arknights collab, so they kind of had to do that again.
Yep, they did. They double dropped it. Ah, Christ. Yeah, doesn't Mirso have to redo the line? Yes, Mirso had to redo the line.
Yeah, he revoiced it in Canto 9.
I feel like in this particular
And then he said it
canto-
again in the latest Intervallo.
In this particular canto, we're going to run into a lot of people that are just going to scream the particular buzzwords from this novel. Basically.
Oh, 100%.
We're going to get people in chat being like, oh, the stranger mentioned. Oh, the gaze. Oh my god. The sun.
Yeah.
Etc.
We're gonna get the average Limbus company fan going, gaze like Limbus company?
We already got it before plenty of times with the fucking red gaze, and we're just gonna get it again.
Yeah. That's something I'm not excited for.
I mean, the stranger, one can get their hands on a copy very easily. One can read it in an afternoon. I implore you to do so.
Yes, you can find it online really easily. You can find it at the library very easily. It's a common popular book that is often read in schools. So basically, it's like most of the other Limbus books where you can really find it really easily. I suggest you read it. This isn't like Moby Dick where I suggest you read it, but like it's a commitment going into it. The Stranger is an easy read. Go read it.
Oh, don't worry, it's not as funky as trying to read Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
Wuthering Heights is also a read I highly recommend, but yes. And Wuthering Heights is also significantly longer than The Stranger.
Okay, let me quickly...
The Stranger you can finish in one day.
Yeah,
Well-
it's short.
Let me quickly go over the dodgy experience I had to deal with Wuthering Heights.
Oh boy.
So this is going to be completely apart from The Stranger. Anyhow, so Wuthering Heights, my first experience with it was my brother bringing it home one time because an English class had him read it, basically. And he was just like, you're too young to read this. You shouldn't be reading this. Let me tell you about what happens in this book.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds like a big brother thing to do.
Oh, yeah. For simple reference, I would consider my brother pretty close to being Merceau. I am never handing that man a gun. Anyway.
Ugh. Don't
So-
go to the beach with him.
It's Australia. It's inevitable. Anyway.
No.
Anyway, aside from my absurdist brother giving me the whole spiel of Wuthering Heights, I did eventually read through it myself as part of an English degree, or part of my degree during university. And yeah, it's pretty messed up and everything. So then, what do you know? Coming to a theater near you, Wuthering Heights by the Wise Children.
Oh boy.
It's a show. It is definitely a show, and it goes through a lot of Wuthering Heights, adapting it quite literally, and in some cases, a bit too funkily. Now, you see, I don't go to musicals on my own. The reason I end up at musicals is because of the one that's normally next to me, or the one who's currently in bed right now. Now, she knows nothing about Wuthering Heights. So the night before, I pull up this YouTube summary of the thing. She kind of gets the gist of it, and then the musical was even more extreme than what that was.
Ugh.
For simple reference, there's a point where Linton dies, and a point where Heathcliff decides to dig up Kathy's corpse and do some very funny things with said corpse.
Oh.
Now, the staging for this in the musical was probably the most horrifying thing possible, because they had dead Linton in the cuck chair out the back,
Oh.
while
Even in death.
while Heathcliff is center stage with the actor for Kathy dry humping. So, yes,
What?
there's a
I know
reason
everything's
why
right.
they served a lot of alcohol at this particular musical production.
Oh my goodness. That is like equivalent to my experience. I went and I saw the really, really terrible Emerald Fennell Wuthering Heights movie with my brother. We watched it on opening night. We went to a special, they call it the Galentine's showing, where like we paid extra and we got pizza and like edible arrangements. It was so bad. It was so bad.
Hang on. Let me really quickly throw the trailer for this musical into chat. So if you want to take a look at this at some point, it's on Marquee TV and a bunch of
I'm just
other.
saying, it can't be as bad as the Emerald Fennell one. It can't be. The Emerald Fennell one is, it's really bad.
But yeah, for simple reference, they got rid of Nellie. However, they turned the Moors into a character, so to speak.
Oh.
However, they made it.
We're in Pee-wee's Playhouse now.
They made it a pun where it wasn't just the Moors as in the location, it was the Moors as in the people as well. So,
Oh boy.
so one of the very first songs you'll listen to as you open up that trailer, you'll straight up just hear "I am the Moors," and you see them do like some crazy dance
I am
afterwards.
the Moors.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
watch this now.
yeah. The one from bed just shouted out, "Yeah, we watched this on Valentine's Day."
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's when I watched the really terrible Emerald Fennell movie. I should probably like talk about it on a stream of my own sometime, because I have not solo streamed in a while, and my very first solo stream I did, we spent like half the stream talking about the Emerald Fennell movie because it had gotten announced.
Oh boy.
And we were just comparing it to the fucking Minecraft movie.
What?
And we kept saying that Lockwood was gonna be Jack Black.
Oh god.
Evan Lockwood wasn't even in the Emerald Fennell movie. I got scammed.
man.
Christ. But yeah, for that particular Wise Children adaptation of Wuthering Heights, I consider that currently the best adaptation of Wuthering Heights.
That's
At
saying
least
something.
I was entertained.
It is very entertaining. As stupid as it is, the actors know exactly what they're doing. There's a whole recap section of a doctor going through like, so this family's very complicated, huh? Goes through each individual member. Someone announces, oh yeah, so there is let's see, need to remember the fucking names. So Catherine, dead. Wait, what? And this doctor continues going through, calling out different names, and he's like, wait, how many people in this family are dead?
They're all dead.
Why is
Plus
this?
ants.
Why is this so complicated? Oh no. But yes, it is a very weirdly good adaptation of Wuthering Heights. If you need the abridged version of Wuthering Heights, go watch that. Go watch that.
Or
No.
just read the book. The book's really good.
Yes, the book is really good. Just read the book. Oh
Oh,
god.
that was quite a tangent.
Yes.
It was kind of strange, if you will. Like some sort of
What?
stranger.
Sometimes
I've been here for like
stranger
3 hours. I'm running out of jokes I can make about the stranger.
was pretty out there, like the outsider. Ooh.
Oh god, and now we're back to the Outcast. Now we're back on book 1. Oh no.
And this is where I get to have my typical speech of I did not care for the metamorphosis.
Whoa.
Thought it was okay. Didn't really care for it. I understand why people like it so much, but I did not care for it.
I've mostly just seen the random roach on the bed. That's about my exposure for that.
There's this image I really like, which is the roach on the bed, and he's got like his phone plugged in next to him, and it's just saying, okay, I understand, and that sounds really tough, but we really need you to come in today.
Oh
I'm just
god.
gonna send it to you two.
Christ. No. A lot of people say that, oh, the earlier free sinners that got their cantos, that's not their real canto. They'll get their canto in the future. Oh yeah,
You
it
guys
really
sent it.
is. It really is just Gregor on the bed, huh? Yeah.
But he's got his phone plugged in next to him.
Yeah, that sounds rough. We need you to come in already. We're understaffed. Yeah, the average Gregor while he was still working at that office.
Oh, in the book, he also
Yeah.
turned into a cockroach. That's the whole image.
Yep. Christ, but yeah, some fellas saying that, oh yeah, Gregor's canto is not over. Oh yeah, Sinclair's canto isn't over. And oh yeah, finally. Yes, we are still going to get the rest of Rodya's canto, clearly.
Oh, God. People can keep holding out hope. I'm not.
Oh,
At the point we're at, I'm just like, oh yeah, for Sinclair, he's just going to be the main character for most of this anyway, so he always has something.
Yeah, I mean, Gregor and Rhodia. I mean, Gregor will probably just be like a bit like Sinclair, but Rhodia, I don't know. Maybe we'll get like a focus on her during Purgatorio or something.
Hopefully.
Clearly, once we hit Lobotomy Corporation 2.
Yep. And Lobotomy Corporation 2 is gonna be a city builder in the outskirts. Trust me, guys.
Yay!
Christ. Yeah. God, there are
They should make a
times
Sims version of Project Moon.
people do that with Tomodachi Life currently.
Well, you're right.
Oh man, there are a lot of fellas dedicated to making their island just the House of Spiders.
Yeah. My friend is one of them.
Yep, I've got a friend doing
The
it too.
one in chat right now, she is one of them.
Oh boy. For me, Tomodachi Life is cursed enough that by osmosis, the one next to me plays it way too much. To the point where she has seen pretty much every single possible event. She did not
Tomodachi
stop.
Life is worth it, man. It's
She,
worth it.
Oh,
she
that's
did
so
not
good.
stop playing for about a month.
It's good.
I'm being tapped on the shoulder. I haven't said anything wrong. I'm pretty sure. Christ, but yeah, like once the cantos for Inferno are finished, they are likely inevitably going to do Paradiso. If not, there'll probably be a break in between and they'll focus on some other project, something along those lines anyway. Because honestly, where we're up to now, if this was supposed to be like the third to last chapter of everything, or even the fourth to last chapter of anything, it still wouldn't feel like necessarily well developed or complete, so to speak. So pacing
Yeah, I
would
still
be
think that there's
completely
a
short.
lot Limbus has to do to make a nice bow on it all.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if we look at all their older games and all that, it's all of the, you get like halfway through and then you're like, huh, feels like we're reaching the ending already. What's this about core suppressions?
Yeah. Limbus is definitely, I mean, maybe it's just by virtue of it being easily the longest Project Moon game by far. But, like, also, it is paced very, very differently from their previous games, and I think it's going to keep being paced very, very differently, maybe just by virtue of it being live service, but I feel like it's going to handle its ending parts a lot differently from the other games.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it
Yeah.
won't have a shit ending like Runa did. Sorry, not sorry. I did not like Runa's ending.
Whoa, fighting words, fighting words.
Fighting words indeed.
I like the last scene. I like the ending in a vacuum. I hate everything around the ending. I did not like the final conclusion, or not the final conclusion. I did not like the final part of the game. It kind of sucked.
Do you forgive Roland? Does Roland forgive Angela?
Okay, I'm fine with that. I like that part. I like the bad endings. I like the message at the end, and I like the final scene of Roland and Angela. But like everything else, it feels like they're like, oh, we need a conclusion. We need a conclusion. Apparently, in an interview, I remember Jihoon was asked about like why the ending felt so rushed, especially Angela's arc, and he was like, "I just really wanted to see her happy." Okay.
Oh.
Maybe things would have been more solid if we got the other receptions that were turned into general receptions, but maybe not. Maybe not. Who knows? Who knows?
Well, yeah, I feel like we're fine with the general receptions as is. The only one that feels strange is Blade Lineage, which makes sense because that was planned to be a reception. That was scrapped.
Ah, yes, I will crash out about the Blade lineage when it is no longer Absolute Pride Month. Anyway.
Mm.
But it's like all the other general receptions. Like, I really like Dong Hwan. First off, he's very funny if you know the history behind like his creation and the guy he's named after. That being literally just one of the guys who works at Project Moon.
Oh,
That they made like this badass guy after because they thought it would be funny. But also, I think he works really well as a general reception because he's got a fun little gimmick. There's not too much going on with him. He's fun. I like him.
Ah, yes, Mr. Grade 1 Fixer, Dong Hwan. The Japanese really like him for some reason or another.
I get it. I like Dong Hwan. I hope he shows up again, okay? The only time he has shown up since like his one-off in Ruina was that apparently he owned the bar and grill that Roland and Angelica started dating at. The one restaurant she really liked was owned by Dong Hwan.
Huh.
Aw.
Huh. Real funky then, if Roland ever meets the guy and 1v1s him, huh? Huh.
Who would win, Roland or Dong Hwan? I mean, it's very easily Roland, but I don't care. It'd be cool to imagine the aura. It's like how
Oh,
Roland
God.
also steamrolls bamboo-hatted Kim, but it's like so fun to imagine it not being a steamroll.
Please understand, Kim is supposed to be on the level of a color. If he wasn't, suppressed and, depressed.
And also wasn't really easy to fight in Ruina.
Yes, it is stupid easy to fight in Ruina. I've heard all the things of like, oh, so much aura from yielding your flesh to
What does
claim
it
your
take to
bones.
own a restaurant? Ask Kim Ji-hoon.
Christ. But no, yielding your flesh to claim their bones is in fact a terrible strategy most of the time. It is a very gamified strategy, done for dramatic effect.
But it's so cool.
It's so cool, but at the same
It's so cool.
time,
It's stupid, but it's so cool.
in warfare, you would be considered dead or out of action.
Yeah. But it's so cool.
Oh,
We can make an
God.
excuse. It's so fun.
What kind of set pieces could they even do for Endcorp at this point, besides, if we're following Stranger? Besides the courtroom, what could they do? Send us to a beach? Does Endcorp
Another
even have a
beach.
beach?
Yeah, I was about to say like Kanto 7. Or, I mean 8, not 7.
Does Endcorp even border a beach? No, it doesn't. Surely
No.
not. It's like landlocked as hell, right? Yeah, it's in the north.
Yeah.
Landlocked.
The ones that border a beach are like U-Corp and... That's the only one I know off the top of my head.
UTNS are
Okay,
all
yeah.
shoreline. Yeah. Yeah, S Corp probably makes sense. Agriculture and all that. T Corp is kind of weird.
Mhm.
So it's
C-Corp
like
is kind of weird, but I really like the whole vibe of U-Corp, I will say. I hope we go back there at some point. Because, like,
Yeah.
I feel like they only explored a portion of what they could for the district itself. I know it was mostly about the Great Lake, and that's why, but the idea of it being nothing but tourist trap portside towns, like boardwalks with crappy air sprayed t-shirts and sea salt taffy that tastes like your grandma gave it to you, I want to see more of that. That's just so fun.
oh, come down under, come down
Oh, yeah.
under. Aussie seaside. That is pretty much what it is these days.
No, I for a while in my childhood lived near the seaside, so I very much know the experience. What's y'all's
boy.
favorite floors to play in Runa? Hakma, easy. Hakma is so fun.
I want to play more of Hockman's floor. He just comes in so late.
Yeah, and also the stupid Price of Silence fight. I hate it. I played the game both on PC and on Switch.
Oh,
And let me
God.
tell you, the Switch version of that fight feels like being waterboarded. It's terrible.
Oh, why did you do that to yourself? Oh God, my condolences.
Because I wanted to play the Japanese dub. I wanted to experience the Japanese dub, so I bought a physical copy of Ruin on Switch because it's a fun novelty to have, and I hated it. It's very, very bad port. Do not play the Switch.
Oh yeah,
version.
no, definitely. I agree. As someone who like is playing the Switch version, it's like the text is so tiny. I don't know what I'm
It's
reading.
atrocious. It's such a bad port.
I say
how it ended up this way is a mystery to me. If you want to play the Japanese dub that bad, get the PS5 version.
Wait, there's a mod to just get the Japanese dub at this point.
There is?
Yeah.
Never mind, just play it on PC then.
Yeah.
The PC version is easily the best.
I finished it on the JP mod even, but yes.
Oh, I did not know that there was a mod made to play it in Japanese. Yeah, if you want to play the game Japanese, play it on PC. Because if you play it on a console version, you can't alter any of the text, which is one of the most fun things about the game in my opinion.
Yep.
You can't really customize the same. At least on the Switch version, everything looks terrible. Everything has long loading screens. It's bad. Do not play the Switch version.
I mean, at this point, you have some of the rarest banners in Limbus at this point. And profile customization. Wow. Look at
Okay,
you two. You
shut
both
up.
have the
I'm
Library of
so
Ruina
mad about that.
banners.
I'm so mad about that. I was supposed to get the Ruina banner, and it wasn't in my copy because I pre-ordered the Japanese copy, which is how you're supposed to get that banner. And when I messaged the company I imported it from, they told me that they just ran out.
Ouch.
That's crazy. I never got
it.
because I bought mine digitally.
I messaged Project Moon. I messaged the company I ordered it from. I messaged everyone I had to, and everyone was like, "Yeah, there's nothing you can do. Sorry."
That's crazy.
In that case, that still leaves me with only one guy I know who has it then. Huh.
Yeah, I'm supposed to have it though, okay? I've got the copy of the game on my shelf. I own it, but it's like I didn't get the banner.
Now, the funky thing with being able to hear it in the Japanese is at the very least I can actually understand the dialogue that they're speaking at that point. But you find out that a lot of the terminology they use is quite direct, so to speak. At least
I
in
see.
terms of translating it directly from, let's say, specific terminology. So stuff like the city, for example. The city is just straight up the city, but it's treated as like said
Library
proper
is just
noun.
straight up the library.
Yes, library is straight up the library, etc., etc. There's a lot of funky terms like that.
Yeah, the English and Japanese translations of the game are closer to each other than either of them are close to the Korean.
Yeah,
version.
it is very, very literal, direct between the Japanese to the English. Way too correct, basically. To the point where you're like, wait, was this localized from the Japanese version, or is this, very funky?
I know, it's really interesting. I always felt very similar about it. How strange it is that the Japanese version and the English version are so similar to each other, even though Japanese is a lot closer to Korean than it is English.
Yep. The funny thing with it is a lot of the Japanese terms are very cumbersome in comparison to how they come out in English. So, for example...
Yeah, it's kind of awkward. A lot of what's in the Japanese version is just... Honestly, I wonder if the English version was translated first. That's how I feel a lot with
Could
it.
be, yeah.
Because a lot feels like the Japanese version is piggybacking off of the English version, which is strange because you'd think that they'd translate into Japanese first.
There are some weird cases, like even if you go to like religious texts, the Bible is like triple translated.
Yeah.
But yeah, the funky part with it is just for, say, city. So you get Toshi. Okay, sure. Easy. City. And then you go, oh, Star of the City. Oh, Star of the City comes out pretty well in English. So, Toshi no Hoshi. Wait, what the fuck? Because that just ends up like potential tongue twister. And then when
okay, I'm not gonna lie. I like when there are fun little tongue twisters like that, but I'm weird. I like when dialogue is weird like that.
Because, let's say, for example, like Mirene's line when she's like, oh yeah, tonight a star of the city will fall, or whenever anyone says it, it doesn't really sound as badass as you think it would in the Japanese. It just sounds really weird. Because it's like, tonight a star of the city will fall. Instead, you get, let's see, like either kino yoru, toshi no hoshi no ochiru. And it's like, huh, how do you make that sound badass? You can't really.
Sounds like a VTuber name.
It does. It does. But yeah, it's not fantastic, is the way I'm putting it. And a lot of Japanese
But
dubbing.
the dub is very good. They are doing like an
It is
11
very
out of
good.
10 dub for like a 6 out of 10
Oh yeah,
translation.
they are fucking fantastic.
yeah.
These voice actors, for whatever reason. Then if you jump into like a lot of other Japanese dubbed stuff, there's a lot of like jargon and terminology and whatnot that you really can't get across quite as well. So they just go, oh fuck it, writing in katakana, just say it in English, it'll do. For Ruina, they were just like, oh no, we can say that in Japanese. Wait, what do you mean we can say that? You just say it in Japanese. No, we are not making
think
you
one of my
guys say
favorite
city. We are
examples-
making you say
This
Toshi.
is something that I don't see enough people bringing up, but it's when Mio goes yem, because that's funny. And like in the Korean version, obviously her just saying yem just means okay. But in the English version, they just directly translated her just saying yem. And then of course in Japanese, it still says yem on the screen, but she's going hi. Because they could actually translate that properly.
Now, one of the dodgier ones is like Roland's keyline. Oh, this is this, that is that. Oh, sore wa sore, kore wa kore. Ah, eh. That makes zero fucking sense grammatically at all. But you know what? It conveys the idea. Close enough.
Yeah. I'm sorry, they mogged the carnival in it. I do not like the vocal tick that they gave to the carnival in Japanese compared to the Korean ones.
Carnival's very funky in Japanese.
Carnival is so hard to translate. It's bad in English too. I feel like that is literally impossible to translate. But I feel like they did a better job translating it in English than they did Japanese. But also that might just be because English is my first language.
What I find funky is if we ever get like a full Japanese dub for Limbus.
I hope we do. That sounds really interesting.
That is gonna be like my main reason to ever just replay through everything.
Likewise.
Oh yeah.
I would kill for a Japanese dub. That would be awesome. I know an English dub is never going to happen, so I would love a different excuse to play the game again and compare and contrast.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's a lot of fan projects for fan dubs and whatnot at this point. I think there's like 2 or 3 of them going around, at least to my knowledge. There's probably more than that even. But a full Japanese professionally produced dub, yeah, sure, would be more than enough.
Fan dubs are fun, but like, you know, it can't compare to seeing your favorite voice actors. Come on.
Oh yeah.
And even here within APR, there's like a dozen voice actors.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of surprised me just how many people that joined up here were just straight up voice actors.
I've always wanted to break into voice acting. I've tried, but I haven't. I need to.
Oh same.
Mhm. But yeah.
I'm just saying, if you ever need me for a voice project, hit me up.
Oh, right. On the subject of Japanese dubbing, there's one specific dub, and hear me out, this is going to sound really weird, really strange.
Okay. I'm hearing you out.
So, Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2. For some reason, too much terminology carries over perfectly fine from English to Japanese. It is one of the weirdly most perfect Japanese dubs I've heard. Simply because Space Marines usually like screaming out for the Emperor. They straight up just go with what you'd expect. You get the Kote Heika Banzai. Kote no tameni, basically, kind of shit. I was like, what the why does this translate way too well to this?
It's just perfect, okay? Hey, Warhammers are basically like the American equivalent of Gundams anyway.
Close enough, close enough. Christ, but yeah. All of these potential Kanto crumbs that we have lying around, and yet Kim Ji-hoon is probably going to do something very weird, depending on what his interpretation of the stranger is.
Oh yeah, we should probably get back to talking about the stranger. My number one hope, please, I need them to do more of the cool photo bashing stuff that they used to do in Lobotomy Corp. That they did again in 9.52. It was so cool. It was so nice to see that again. I've always really liked how Project Moon did that in Lobotomy Corp. Please do more of it for Kanto 10. It's on the poster, okay? My expectations are set up.
Oh god, because yeah, imagine Kim Ji-hoon takes everything quite literally, and he just really resonated with Musou as an actual character, and doesn't see anything wrong whatsoever, plays Musou completely straight through the entire affair. This would end up being like one of these just straight up weirdest Kantos, because then Musou would just have zero character development, nothing happens to him whatsoever, and everything goes horribly wrong by the end.
I would be so down with that being what happens, okay? We need a departure from what Limbus usually is, and Merceau is the perfect time to do that.
Because, okay, every single one so far, or at least from 4 onwards, is just, okay, Sinner is stuck in their old ways. Sinner's going back through it. They're really going backward. Oh god, they're being shown all the flashbacks, all of their fathoms, blah, blah, blah. Okay, how did they develop from here? Well, I've been with the bus party for a while, and they've taught me some things. Let me bust out my ego and have an emotional high.
Meanwhile, with Merceau, Dante says it themselves. I haven't really seen anything change in him. I don't really understand him anyway.
Straight up just don't know much about this guy. Huh.
I've gotten some stuff, I guess. I like to look at some of the credits art. You can kind of see him having some moments. Particularly, I'm pretty sure it's in Canto 6's where he seems outright pissed. Like Canto 6, he had a moment, I guess. Canto 9, he pointed out that he stalked Vespa, I guess. But he hasn't really grown. The only moment of growth you can really point to is him stopping the Earl King, but that was more just his analysis on the situation and breaking free of his usual, well, you didn't ask me to.
Yeah, because for Merceau, it's less that we're getting proper character development for him and more just he used to be a little bit quirky, huh? Well,
More that he himself is adapting like he did in prison. We bring it round.
Wow.
no, if they play it straight and he just doesn't develop and he's still the same as he is and that causes like major problems and the scenario just breaks apart, that would be fucking fantastic.
I know, I would kill for that. Honestly, that's what I want. I know it's not going to be what we get, but I really want that.
Because let's put it this way, it feels like so far everything's been played in the hand of heads of LC, so DS or whatever, so to speak. Oh yeah, they're going to this place at this time for this incident to happen. They're going here on this exact moment because this is when that needs to unfold. Blah, blah, blah.
Everything is planned out.
Everything's
but the
preordained.
moment that it should break apart is for the one guy that they feel like they can predict, but in reality, nobody can predict him.
Just reminder, he does wholeheartedly snap at the end of the book, basically. So, can we have Merceau snap in Limbus as well?
Please, I want to see him snap. I want to see him snap. And I'm not talking like some we fight Heathcliff's distortion type thing. I want to see him break, okay? I want to see some cool stuff.
Like, we see the smallest bit of it, of just, let's see, the moment Dante mentions, objectively, in your point of view, blah, blah, blah. And then Merceau GPT breaks and is like, nothing is fucking objective, mate. How could you?
I loved that scene. I loved it so much, and I need more of that. Okay? He is my favorite sinner. I love his character. I am so excited for this Canto, okay? I was a little, like, hopping off the hype train of Limbus because I didn't care for Canto 9 all that much. 9.51 was pretty good, and I think it fixed some of my issues with 9, but I wasn't really that into it. But then 9.52 happened. I was fully bought back in. I was so bought back in. I'm so excited.
Outside of the Blade lineage parts, I do enjoy 9.5.2.
I still like the Blade lineage parts. I mean, I kind of wish it was a little more about Merceau than it is Kim, but I really like it as something that's about Kim.
The specific parts I didn't like with the Blade lineage is everything the moment we enter the Fathoms. Everything before that, I enjoy. Fathoms,
I think that's
though,
fair,
and
because it does kind
is
of feel like it's focusing on something that it doesn't really need to. But at the same time, I feel like if you're just looking at it from the perspective of this is more about Kim than it is Merceau, I like it. But that me continuing to like that will depend on if they can execute Merceau properly as a result of literally zero build-up.
My unfortunate thing is that the dynamic between Engdu and Kim is just me and the girlfriend over there, so that's me living the day-to-day, and it's a lot of screaming.
Real.
Yeah, it's a bit too real. It's a bit too real at times.
It was too real. Do you two throw rocks at people?
I'm not that cruel. I don't think, at least. I am not sitting on the roof throwing rocks at people down on the street.
I think that's genuinely one of my favorite jokes that Limbus has done. You were playing this traditional Korean game of throwing rocks and stacking them on each other? No, I was throwing them at people.
Christ.
One of the funniest jokes they've done.
God,
It's like between that and Little Sir Squirrel.
A lot of the memes that I've seen crop up thanks to that is just Yi-Sang walking down the street and getting stoned.
Yeah. Happy Pride Month!
Happy Pride Month!
Yes, happy fucking Pride Month.
The little, like, tiny gasp I heard for you just... Like, like you've been throughout this entire thing being like, can I say that on stream? And here I am making a stoning the gays joke.
Oh my god.
Christ. Oh god. One day I will tell that. One day I'll tell that gay parade story again. One day.
The question is
boy.
it gonna be in like a personal conversation or on stream?
I've told it on stream maybe twice, but that was back when I was
Oh my
mainly
goodness.
mainly VTubing on Twitch. I don't know if it's YouTube safe because it involves drugs, alcohol, overdose, obstruction of the ambulance, getting stripped half naked by like a gang, and then
As all good gay stories do.
This is a crazy story already.
let's see, horses are involved at some point as well.
Horses.
Yes,
Happy
genuine.
Pride Month?
Genuinely,
Question mark?
horses are involved. Oh, and most of my memories of it are sepia toned because it's like a war flashback. Mainly because when you're walking up that street, all you remember from that night is the crunching of glass underfoot and glitter that stains you for the next month or two. That glitter did not fucking wash off. It's like those
Something we
soldiers.
can tie this into how Paris smells like piss during the summertime because all the blood from the revolution
Like yeah,
is still
it's
in
like
the sewers.
it's like how those soldiers from war have all that PTSD and they're like, they can't clean the blood off of their hands. I couldn't clean the fucking glitter off of my hands for a month.
1,000-yard stare.
It was stuck on my shoes, man. It was fucking stuck on my shoes.
Oh,
It's true. Glitter gets everywhere
it does.
Yeah.
and it doesn't get out.
Yeah, and
I hate
when
glitter.
and when it's a gay pride parade, when you're being rubbed up against every like step of the way, dear lord, that glitter is not rubbing out. Story,
Is this the kind of thing that Merceau
Yeah,
experienced when he
fair.
was trying to find himself going to nightclubs?
yeah,
Was that his
probably,
life?
probably, yeah. You can see part of why I'm like, oh, Merceau did all this stuff, huh? Not that strange. Raymond's room, nah, it's fine.
Oh, that's not that bad.
I have lived way
Meanwhile,
too weird
Ego
of a
over here
life.
has just been living a Family Guy B plot, a Family Guy cutaway gag.
Oh, God. And that is not even involving my years in university. Oh, God, you do not want to know the horrors of running an anime club. Oh, boy.
I can imagine. I've experienced the horrors of being in those sorts of clubs. So
Like, it's not even,
Ah.
like, by university, it's not even a small club of, like, 20 people. It's a huge club of, like, 300 to 500 that you're managing.
Oh, that's a lot.
even 20 people is a lot.
It is. My club
500,
had like 5.
500, and you have to actively keep up with at least 80 of those.
Oh.
By name, relation, who they talk with, who not to put them with, blah, 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 blah. You get the idea.
That actually sounds like a nightmare. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. Anyhow, looking at Merceau's case, he doesn't know how to mix company. Because, let's see, the dog owner and Raymond probably aren't the best pair of people to be hanging around with. Let
No,
alone-
not at all.
Let
I
alone
wonder
at
how
the
they're
same
gonna
time.
pull the dog owner into this because I know a lot of people were talking about him. I think his name was Perez. A lot of people were talking about him
Oh.
in relation to Ringso.
Oh, not Perez. We're thinking Salamano instead.
Oh, right. Yeah, I just mixed them up. I mixed up the names.
Perez is the friend of his mother, so to speak.
Right. Yeah, I'm thinking of the dog owner.
But yeah, funny dog owner. And man comes to testify. Man ultimately had a good heart. He just didn't want to be lonely, so to speak. And then when you're used to company for a while, even if it's shitty company, it's hard to be without it. I would know. I had a very shitty roommate at some point. But
Haven't we all?
he was a good guy. He just thought of things very differently. There was a very spiteful gag he had one time where I left a fork in the sink one time. He left it there for about 3 months to see if I would
Ew.
clean it.
Ew.
I genuinely thought at some point that either A, I had cleaned it, or he would, go ahead and like, it's a fork. Just rinse it down, you know? No, he left it there for that whole 3 months, and then when I was moving out, took it out, showed it to me, and spited me for it.
Hell, that's not your responsibility, bro.
Yeah, he was literally doing it to test you, like a spiteful girlfriend.
Interesting guy, that one. He also managed to, and this is in the spirit of Pride Month, fly to Haneda Airport in Japan, book a hotel, and look opposite across. He managed to snap a photo of a gay orgy happening at the time without a single dick in
fuck?
sight.
Oh.
Well, yeah, because you're not
Masterful.
allowed to show nudity in Japan.
E-
Duh.
everyone was butt naked. Not a
It's
single,
almost act.
not a single wang in sight. I don't know how he pulled it off.
Yeah, someone in chat was like, wait, Project Moon hasn't killed a dog yet. And then like 5 minutes later, they go, right, Sadu.
Oh yeah, there's our answer for the monkey from Hellscreen, right?
It doesn't count.
Okay,
Doesn't count.
so you remember how I mentioned that I had an Akutagawa counter and a Kim Ji-hoon counter? Saru was responsible for at least 5 ticks up on the Kim Ji-hoon counter.
Oh my gosh.
It ended up being, yeah, part 1, you do not hate Akutagawa enough. Part 2, oh, you do not hate Kim Ji-hoon enough. Part 3, you know, I think I'm starting to like this Akutagawa guy.
Kim Ji-hoon was mean to the fictional dog.
Things went a certain way. I wonder if it'll go that way here, where it's just like, oh, I'm liking this Albert Camus guy. Oh, let me keep a counter on how much I hate this guy now. Okay, let me keep a count on how much I hate Kim Ji-hoon for how he's adapting the story. We will see where it goes.
Yeah. I like how it adapts Hellscreen, but I think it's a very bad adaptation of
Yes,
Hellscreen.
it is a
And
terrible
I know
adaptation of Hellscreen.
Limbus is very fast and loose, and if you go into it thinking things are direct adaptations, you will not have a good time. Something Canto 6. But I feel like Canto 9 could have tried a little harder, and I don't think that that's like a knock against it. That's just a personal thing that I would have liked that more.
Mm-hmm. I will save my crash out on Canto 6 for a different day. Oh god. Oh sweet Jesus. Anyway, Canto 7 I think did pretty okay with it in the end. They took a lot of solid stuff and then made it into their own. I've heard that a lot of people that have read Moby Dick really dislike Canto 5 though, is what I've heard.
My problem with Canto 5, hi, that's me. I read all of Moby Dick unabridged. Canto 5 is it is the best worst adaptation of the book that it could be, in which some stuff in it literally won't make sense unless you've read the book. Why did Pip idolize Stubbs so hard? Well, they don't explain it in Limbus. I hope you read the book. Why was Stubbs shafted in general? He was like the best character in the book.
Oh god. Yeah, I've heard a lot about it in that regard. Basically, just the
I think for a loose sort of here's what happened to Ishmael after Moby Dick. I think it works as that. But if you're reading it as an adaptation of Moby Dick, again, it's the best worst one where it's getting at a completely different theme, but also the things that it does reference from the book, it references really well. But also, it doesn't work. It does not work as a Moby Dick adaptation, and I'm fine with that. I like Canto 5. I really, really like Canto 5, but I mean, I guess that can be said for Limbus in general. The moment you really start looking at it as an objective adaptation or interpretation of these novels, it really starts to fall apart. It's trying to get at its own thing. And as someone who really enjoys the literary side of things, I gotta take a lot with a grain of salt.
Yeah, pretty much same. Yep. Let's see. Speaking of which, with The Stranger, there's inevitably going to be a character or two that's going to get absolutely shafted. My bet is on the guy who has the holiday bungalow. So it's going to be my son, basically. He is going to be absolutely screwed over. And his wife, too. They are basically not going to exist, I'd imagine.
Really, I doubt many of the characters are going to be in it that much, if at all.
I mean, we have to have Raymond, at least, though.
Yeah, I feel like Raymond and Marie are non-negotiables. They're gonna show up for sure. But everyone else, like Celeste and Salamano, they might just straight up not show up, period. And yeah, that'd probably still work.
And we need our prosecutor, too.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, will Musso get a defense lawyer?
Ooh.
What if Dante has to be the defense lawyer?
I was just thinking that.
Clowns.
Yeah.
Oh,
Limbus
God.
Company has to defend him.
Christ. The funky one, I figure, at that point. Let's see. So one fella in chat while I was reading The Stranger was like, oh, Dante's going to be the priest. Or take on the role of the priest.
Maybe?
If that does happen, that means Dante's going to be the one receiving the crash out.
That would make sense.
Like,
Because that is going to be how things go horribly wrong if they do, basically.
That would be really interesting, actually.
Because though the thing is, we have been cheated out of this once. So far. And that is the case of, oh, yeah, funny Jiaku coming up to Dante and being like, oh, yeah, by the way, one of your sinners. They're following the path of the Asura. You might want to stop them. He stares in Roshu. Oh, yeah, we should probably stop that, huh?
Yeah, and then just next canto. Okay, let's stop this now, guys.
Let's stop this now, guys. And it's through no fault of our own that it manages to be stopped. Just, for lack of a better way of describing, just throw the Labubu with a red chain at the problem. I feel like if we don't get any cop-out whatsoever, Musou is going to be the one to genuinely crash out and potentially just try to make an exit, a proper exit from the bus team.
I think something that would really work is using our expectations of Limbus so far against us. You know, in all the cantos, it's really been, oh, we get the flashbacks, we see them as children, we see how they ended up this way, blah, 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 blah. It would really be interesting if we saw that with Mirso, where we saw that he was kind of always this way, even as a child. It built up in his past, and then it just kind of come to this conclusion that there isn't really any way to fix him. There isn't anything to fix. This is just Mirso. He's this way, and we need to just accept that. I think that would be a really cool way to play on Limbus's concept of, and I know that it's also, Limbus itself is very clearly playing off of how Lobocorp, everyone is their worst selves so that they can then immediately get to their best selves to form the light. So everyone in Limbus has to actively grow and change as people. It would be really cool if Mirso messed with that, and this is what really leads into the next two cantos of Otis and Faust with, this is when everything starts to fall apart. This is when the stakes really come in, because we can't control our sinners.
Yep. I mean, they tried. They really tried with Roshu to make it seem like, oh, yeah, she's cutting things off. Yeah, it's all over. We lost. GG. Go next. And then it just turns into...
It just didn't really work with Ryoshu. I want them to do it right with Mirso.
Yep. It really didn't work with Ryoshu because, oh, like, a scene later, it solves itself.
Yeah.
Also, for Dark Souls is my city, I don't actually have access to the donation messages. So I can't actually see them.
Wait, you don't?
Nope.
You should if you have a donation link.
The donation link I have is just the generic one that we have.
Oh, you did not make your own.
I
Never
did
mind.
not make my own.
Yeah, then
Yep.
we can't access the donation.
Yep. Unfortunate. But yes. Wait, what does it mean? The donation went to Tonrep's crew. That means Tonrep can probably see the message.
Yeah.
that's
We'll
silly.
have to ask Tonrep.
And it's likely Tonrep owns the main donation link, basically, so that's why you're seeing that. If you're using the one in the description as well. I was specifically hoping that didn't happen. Yeah.
Whoops.
You can go
Well,
ahead.
thank you for your donation anyway.
Yep. Thank you for the donation. I think it is indeed popping up on stream even. Yeah. John Dark Souls. $1. Thrown in. Thank you for the donation. Let's see. They're not gonna understand why you donated. Talking about how Musou will turn into Kazuma Kiryu. Trust. I need to get back to playing Yakuza 0 at some point.
Same. I never beat it. I need to.
I
I was liking it.
I got up to the point where it swapped characters that you're playing as and then just stopped there, basically. Yeah.
Ooh, I think we've almost hit 4 hours on this stream.
About 3 hours. right about now 3 hours. 4 hours is we
Oh,
spent.
I thought we were here longer for some reason. Maybe it's because we were talking beforehand.
Yeah, we talked a fair bit beforehand. Let's see. Speaking of which, let us extract more information from Renata over here. So which one is your favorite?
Hi.
Which one is your favorite Kanto so far?
That is a good question. I don't know. This might be a hot take, but I did like 5. I still hold it very fondly. Actually, it's between 5 and 8 right now.
Oh, okay. No.
8, I cried like a baby. 5, I also cried. Not like a baby, but I definitely cried.
Oh, I cried like a baby at 5, but it took me a bit. It hit me like later. Like I
Yeah.
didn't feel anything when I beat it, but then it was like the day after while I was showering, it hit me and I started crying like a baby.
5 I currently place at the peak is the thing, so I don't think they've topped 5 in my opinion personally. But that's me, and that's why
I'm
I don't say
between
that as a
6
hot
and
take.
8 for my favorite.
6 I will have my crash out on part 2 of Wuthering Heights someday, but don't mind it. Don't mind it.
I'm aware that you do not really like 6. I liked 6 though.
They
Yeah,
did.
6 is another case of
was
like
okay.
Kanto 5 where it's like, well, I've read the book. It's not exactly that good of an adaptation of the book, but I like how in particular it tries to handle being an adaptation of a book.
Yeah, they sliced it in half and then just pretend the other half doesn't exist, basically.
Yep.
But I kind of like the way that they do it. I think it makes it its own really good self-contained story, and I think it definitely does a lot more to try and walk with the book's themes more than other Kantos did, and I like how it handles that.
Oh, yeah.
8 is just peak. 8 is just really peak.
8's really good.
8 I'm not as big a fan of. Maybe it's just the excessive amount of Chinese, but that's me. That's me.
It was really
no,
Chinese.
it's fine. I didn't think it would be Chinese.
I am professed about a quarter Chinese, an eighth French, and the rest is all Vietnamese. So, despite this
Yeah.
accent, yeah, I cannot speak
I
a
really
word of most
hope-
of those languages.
I think 8 and 9 were good stories about generational trauma. If 10 is gonna be about generational trauma again, I'm ending it all. I cannot take another story about generational trauma. Like, you said all you needed to, Jihoon. I know this is a topic very near and dear to your heart, and you're doing a great job. But please, don't make 10 about generational trauma.
No, Maso needs to understand that he's not the weird one here, and that he has friends that he's made along the way as well.
I don't. Please, don't do that. I don't want that. Don't even joke that.
And now his ego and animation will change from him binding something with chains to him breaking the chains. Cinema.
Okay, that would be kind of bad. I'm
Symbolism.
not gonna lie. I'd like that.
Honestly, at the point we're at, I would not be surprised if it then just becomes shake or going to the extremes of absurdism with Maso and just being like, okay, if nothing matters, these chains ain't shit.
Yeah, that would be what I prefer, but like, I wouldn't complain about a badass new animation where he breaks the chains. That would be cool.
Yeah, but then how do we convey that he's binding something?
Because he gains the bind stat, dumbass.
Wow, amazing.
Now suddenly ego transforms. He now gains the haste stat.
He now gains haste.
Maso is now closing in on your position faster.
Dude, that would be an interesting ego where you buff the enemy, but you also buff yourself considerably.
Oh,
Ooh.
Kind of like a dual state, the reverse of Mirso's base ego.
So Maso does have that ego currently.
Oh, well, yeah, but
So Shadow Vested Blade Singer, the corrosion buffs both you and the enemy team.
yes. But I mean, like, it would be cool as a way of doing his base ego, but also I hope they don't do that.
Like, the funny thing I find with Limbus is there are so many ways things can just go absolutely wrong, basically. Just one slight
Chains of Others
misstep.
has been all reliable for so long. I do not want us to be at a point in time where by completing Mirso's Kanto, it is made worse.
Imagine,
Mhm.
never complete Kanto 10, you'll brick your account.
Yeah. And then Jihoon has
Oh.
to give us all reasons for Chains of Others.
Like, I'm sorry that we will make this into a separate ego that you can then equip.
We're just predicting the future now. This is something that would happen.
It's like the writing team and the gameplay team did not communicate enough. We were sure that this would come across as something
Hello, this is
everyone
Kim Ji-hoon,
wanted.
director at Project Moon.
We thought this was what everyone wanted. This was part of my vision, but clearly people didn't want this, so we are going to revert it. I'm sorry. Yeah, just just don't nerf boss fights, please.
I'm sick and tired of them nerfing boss fights. I'm fine when it's like, okay, this gameplay mechanic was kind of stupid and we didn't really think through that. But I'm tired of them just being like, apparently everyone thinks that it's hard. And despite the fact that this game is meant to be hard, we're changing that.
The Lei Heng one was probably the worst case, because it's like, so you're going to give him that much paralyze and power down on top of it. Oh shit. That bad, huh?
Yeah, I feel like Lei Heng needed to be altered just because I feel like there wasn't enough motivation to break his coins.
Yep.
Because, like, it felt like you were just kind of accomplishing nothing by winning clashes. But also, why did we need both Clash Power Down and Paralyze on him?
Yep.
Pick
a bit.
one.
Now, the funny thing with Lei Heng is, before the nerf went out, I didn't necessarily have, like, a good Honglu to bring with me. I was like, I'm bringing Rupture. There's no Lord Hongers yet. You know who has Rupture? Oh, K-Corp Hongers. Let's bring this guy along. Oh god, he's bashing through every single HP bar that Hongers has. Oh god, Hongers is dead. Savage Tiger Slayer's Flurry of Blades did over, I think it was like 1,000 to 2,000 damage. I was like, oh, that's how K-Corp ampules work. Oh no. Hongers is dead.
Oh no.
Hongers.
Hungers.
I'm sorry, Hongers.
Hongers is dead. I was like 50 HP away from the fight actually ending, and then when I redid the fight, I was like, oh, I was literally at the doorstep of clearing this. Okay, now I'm just salty.
Mm,
I think Limbus just, I mean, cold take, incredibly cold take, but Limbus needs some balancing changes.
oh yeah.
There's a lot they need to do. From a design perspective, Limbus is one of the most broken games. Just straight up.
Yeah.
Easily admittable. Game's broken. You can crack it wide open, and then if you go particularly reset heavy, you can crack it even further open. There are people that have gotten that railway down to 34 turns now. The newest one.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, my first clear was 82 turns, and I was like, oh, well, that's pretty reasonable. Like, 30 turns under what they're expecting, so yeah, why not? And then, oh, wait, people are cracking this wide open in 34 turns. Christ. But all things said, apart from Courtroom, apart from Merceau maybe cracking, what other set pieces might we even see? Like, what would we even think of as like a final boss?
Something on the beach.
The sun itself.
Yeah, so I was about to say the
Fight
sun.
The sun. If we could fight a windmill in Kanto 7, we can fight the sun.
Actually, just fighting the sun. Oh, Bonnie over there going Heinrich Kromer. Right.
If they show up Heinrich Kromer this early, that's a little too early.
And the thing
Give
with
them a bit
it,
more time to simmer, you know?
and the thing with it was at the end of Counter 9, we were like, oh yeah, call on the actual one who grips. Oh. So the fella actually exists, basically. Or Kromer Sr. exists, is what we were given,
Kromer
basically.
Sr. I just find it crazy that we joked for a while that Incorp was the Spanish Inquisition. And, like, it wasn't. They're not even Spanish. And then we find out that their leader is Heinrich Kramer. And it's like, are you kidding? They're actually the Spanish Inquisition?
It is what is this? Some kind of Spanish Inquisition?
Yeah.
Those pop up out of nowhere. But yes. It is one of the older jokes out there. Christ. But set pieces for Counter 10. If we do indeed fight the sun as a boss fight at some point, welcome burn season. Musou season is just going to be burn season. Surely. This time. Surely.
Definitely. Oh, okay. Wait, real quick. Do you guys think that we're finally gonna get the Merceau hole in the man ego?
Oh, right. Yeah,
that
because
they
that's...
showed off pre the game release.
Yeah, because that's been shown off quite a
Oh.
lot.
But
Forgot
they
about
you know,
that.
they also showed off Fourth Match Flame, Don Quixote, and Rhino Gregor, and all those, and those have never shown up. But I feel like Hole in the Man Merceau is way too like important just to keep in the shadows.
It's been like that joke of the leaks for like the past year or something. Longer than that even. That, oh yeah, Hole in the Man. And it would probably end up being potentially either the capstone or just something they hand to him at some point.
Yeah,
the
I
season
think
pass.
Hole in the Man would be a good capstone battle pass ego for him.
The question is, what would it...
Probably VOV grade.
Question is, what would it do?
Probably be weirdly similar to Hong Lu's capstone ego. Because I mean, the whole thing with Hole in the Man is that he just shoots himself, no matter where he aims.
Oh. Well then. Oh, so... self-damage then at that point. Self-damage or just death, I guess.
Yeah. So again, like either like Hong Lu's capstone ego or Magic Bullet Otis.
Fellow in chat saying, hear me out. Hole in the Man is a Zayn ego.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting, but also really underwhelming.
Yes.
I'm sure it's gonna be VOV if we get it.
No,
I don't think we're getting an Aleph yet.
No, they could. They could. You never know.
It could. I feel like this might be the Kanto where we fight our first Aleph enemy, but I think we're not going to be getting an Aleph until Otis's Kanto.
Our first LF enemy, and it's just going to be White Knight.
Shut up. I'd end it all. That sounds terrible.
But we need something to do its
Monsieur
summary
White
judgment.
Knight.
Yes, Monsieur White Knight. Monsieur Antichrist.
Monsieur White Knight.
Our final boss, and we can't even use Merceau because he is White Knight, clearly. Oh god, that would be like... Oh Christ, no, it might actually be... Oh fucking hell. Because if you think of it...
No, it's not gonna be. Don't manifest this. Don't manifest this.
No, think of it. When White Knight manifests, it kind of just, stands in the background there. Radiates. What else radiates? The fucking sun?
The sun.
Stop.
It could legitimately just be the
Don't start making
fucking
the
White
comparison
Knight
that
fight.
White Knight is meant to be Carmen, and Carmen is meant to be the sun. Stop.
And when we get one sin show up, that's the real sunlight and that's own sunbeam and all that. So we are banishing the false sun and giving Merceau the real sun. And then Merceau has a captive audience, and we execute Merceau. Poetry.
Poetry.
If this ends up being how the Kanto goes, I feel like I'm gonna owe you money.
There are some parts where I'm like, okay, I've learnt enough about writing that I know how to write terribly. If it comes to it, I know how to
But
write
you write
something in the
terribly
worst
in a
way
way
possible.
where it's like completely believable that someone would do this and be like, "This is the coolest shit."
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the best part about it. Someone could genuinely believe this is a thing that would work out. And be very auriful, very hype moment, best thing ever to happen to Merceau. And then at the end of it, Dante just says, die, Merceau. And Merceau dies, because that's what he does. Follows it to the
And then
word.
Ricardo shows up.
Oh my fucking god. Oh god, but yeah, there are certain levels of torture one can put themselves through if you like playing on someone else's imagination.
Goodness gracious.
So let's throw another bone over to Renata. Who's actually your favorite sinner?
I like Sinclair.
Based.
No
Fair
particular
enough.
reason. Well, kind of particular reason. I liked his book. That Loki changed my life. Loki made me an English major. No, it was Library of Ruina made me an English major, but that's a story. That's a different story.
No.
Ironic
Let's hear
considering
it.
I
Let's
never
hear
finished
it.
the game.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Go on.
Okay, so I used to be an engineering major in college. I made a whole video about this, but I was an engineering major in college. I hated it so much. I was like, damn, What if I just like die? And then I was like, you know what? That's really cringe. And then for some reason, I started streaming, right? And then I found Limbus Company. I was like, oh my god, the sequel to Library of Ruina finally came out. Wow, I should get back into Library of Ruina. But I don't have time to play the game. Maybe I'll just watch the cutscenes. And then I watched the cutscenes and my mind was blown. And then I was like, I'm gonna become an English major because I like this so much.
Yeah.
And then I became an English major and I talked about Limbus Company in every single presentation I did in college.
Best.
Sweet Jesus. You know, fair enough. Fair enough. My way of
Damien
getting
is a
over
book I
there
need to
was
just sit down and talk about at some point. It's a book I have a lot of thoughts on. And my audience knows this. My audience knows that I have beef with Demian and that it's like my favorite book that I kinda also dislike, and I've got beef with it, okay? Because
Yeah.
I really, really like Demian, and that is where my problems with it come in. Alright? I think I only
Yes.
hate parts of it because I like it so much.
I'll go read it
Yes.
for next year or something. We'll see.
Yay!
Christ, but my way to ending up studying English a lot just ended up being, go into game design course, because of course one with nothing much to do goes into game dev. Realize that programming is fucking hard. Math is hard. I don't like math. Instead, swap over to the arts branch of it. Decide, you know what, I have all these electives. Let's pick up all these English courses and let's learn Japanese. That is why I am 1 unit short of being an English minor instead. That's about it.
Damn, I just dropped out. I dropped out of college. I didn't like it.
That's so real.
I already had a degree from going to trade school, and I did not like college, so I dropped out and I just went into the
Oh no,
workforce.
trade school is fucking fantastic in comparison, man.
True.
Yeah.
Because I went into a trade school specifically for audio instead. After the university degree proved to be completely useless, because Australia's definition of the games industry is gambling.
Oh my god, same. I'm in Vegas.
Oh god, I actually ended up becoming a dealer, ironically, though. So, is what it is. Ended up in the wrong games industry, and now we're here talking about a book that is being adapted to a game.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is still technically about games.
Yes, in the end. But adaptation is a pain in the ass. At this point, Limbus isn't really adaptions anymore or anything of the sort. At this point, we're just, we're just in Kim Ji-hoon's mind at this point. And that's
Yeah.
why it scares me that he may just adapt The Stranger direct.
We're sitting in a circle like this Fortnite actually overrated image talking about the stranger.
Oh god.
Speaking of adaptations, I remember in university, I took a course called Novels into Film, and they made us read this, not really made us read, but like the professor cited this one book a lot. I remember hearing this like one thing, this one line really changed my perspective on adaptations. It's how, I forgot how it goes exactly, but it's something like adaptations are never direct adaptations of like, should never be direct things from the source material. It's always, the source material serves as like, what was it again? A faithful narration to the adaptation, if something like that? I don't remember.
Because yeah, you can use it as a guiding post, but at the end of the day, if you end up going like 1-to-1, some things can
Yeah.
get really dodgy. Like
Yeah,
the
definitely.
easiest examples you throw in like Game of Thrones, for example. If you were to adapt Game of Thrones 1-to-1, it'd be a disaster. Because there would be too many
Well, I don't know,
characters.
disaster anyway.
There would be too many characters that just go die off screen, and the food would be needlessly detailed.
It's like reading a Fate novel.
Oh god. Like there are some.
Where they had to just make an entire anime about the food because the food was so weirdly
Yep.
detailed in Fate.
There are some authors out there that for some reason have a special fixation on something or another. The easiest example to bring up is Suzanne Collins, for example. So Hunger Games, you end up with someone who's way too focused on fashion for some reason. And for some reason
Yeah.
details every last part of it. In the case
It's like
of...
how half of playing Metal Gear is seeing how much Kojima really likes American movies and guns.
No, you're right. Oh, God. there are parts of Limbus Company's writing where you're just like, so, which anime did Kim Ji-hoon watch this particular time around?
Nothing has been more illuminating than the image of him having his Ishmael Nendoroid, and it's right next to the Saber one from Fate.
Oh,
No image has been more illuminating than that.
Okay. So another mate of mine, guy's obsessed with, or guy once had an obsession with Fate, was like, oh, yeah, Limbus is just Fate again.
It really is. It genuinely just is. It's Fate with a different setup.
Yes, it is Fate with a different setup. We just have our world-builded location, and there was one point when I was chatting with someone in this server a bit, and they were like, oh, Kim Ji-hoon paints such a vivid picture of the city. The moment you see whatever district, you can think of a game that might take place there. And I'm just like, oh god, here we go. I didn't want to say anything at the time because I didn't want to burst the guy's bubble. They were very happy about it and whatnot. But my immediate thought was just, this is what we call modern writing and signposting, you see. I am admittedly guilty of this at times in my own writing, but the idea of signposting is where you write an evocative enough title of something, or of a place, time, whatever it may be, and that then gets everyone's imagination going of what that might be. For example, in Star Wars, your easiest signpost is the Clone Wars, for example. The only problem is in a lot of modern writing is that those names don't get particularly creative. You get something like, oh, you see like some grand canyon that may have some special cultural or ceremonial name or whatever the hell. And these days, if you got someone who went through a writing course these days, they would go ahead and say, it's called the Chasm. Just by adding the before the thing, suddenly it's supposed to be evocative and signposting of the thing. And the idea...
Signposting is like my writing guilty pleasure. I genuinely really love it in media most of the time, and that's probably just because I like writing fanfic and stuff.
Yeah, signposting...
It is my guilty pleasure.
Signposting is great. It's just that when push comes to shove, you need substance behind it.
Yeah. And I guess for Limbus, it's the characters are the substance behind it.
Yes, the characters are the substance behind it, and on top of it, a lot of things in Limbus are written Planet of the Hat style. So these guys are known for this one thing specifically, or these guys are known for that. These guys are known for blah blah blah. So say X Corp is known for their alloys, or M Corp is known for their moonstones, or P Corp is known for, well, they're supposed to be safest place in the world, and we've actually gotten quite a bit on them at this point, but you get the idea. A lot of these places are, you get one statement on it, and then that's it. That's your sign. That's what you're working with. So when this guy came in being like, oh, yeah, I can imagine a game there. I'm like, yes, because it's half-decent signposting, but you are going to be stuck after your first brief idea of what this game may be. There's no source behind it, Chief. Not yet, basically. But that's why I find it good that we are visiting a location that has a lot more source, basically, for this next canto. N-Corp has a lot of bullshit we can work with.
Yay!
Kim Ji-hoon trying to get people to read Distortion Detective
Yes,
despite it being
basically
unfinished.
Yes, you've gotten through my thinly veiled attempt of saying, yes, you should probably read Distortion Detective before this canto.
It's a good book, I just wish it was finished. I wish it didn't end on a cliffhanger. And not even a good one. It ends on one where it's like in the middle of an action scene.
Yeah, pretty much. People were like, oh, if it continued, we'd probably be seeing Edgar more, and Edgar would become like the next antagonist, potentially.
I am a firm believer that Edgar is of the Edgar family, like he's Linton's brother. I'm of that firm belief.
Yeah, there's a mention of it by like Don at some point, I think it is, where it's like, or not Don, it might have been Don or someone else, but they were straight up just like, Edgar of Fixer fame, blah blah blah. I was like, no, that's just a Linton. It's just a Linton.
No, I think it's mentioned by Don and Linton himself, because the Edgar family is a family of prolific fixers. That's why Linton couldn't like get at much in life, because someone tuberculosis. But
oh god, Linton in the
Linton
cuck chair
also
again.
specifically
Anyway.
mentions in Limbus like something along the lines of my older brother cares a lot about justice. If he learned what I was doing at this manor,
Oh,
so I really do
never
think
mind. Yeah,
the
that
Edgar-
is straight up then. Yeah.
Yeah, I really do think that Edgar, and I guess by extension Rang, I think that they are, or I think that Edgar is
Yeah.
of the Edgar family from District 20.
Oh man, if he ever finds out about what happens in Wuthering Heights,
Yeah.
oh, he's not gonna be
Edgar
happy.
is so cool. Made up this guy who has like a robot dog companion and they can fuse into a mech. Come on, that's so cool.
It was needlessly badass, and then I looked at what the potential inspiration was, and like, it comes back to 40k again. Oh god. Because the immediate thought was,
He likes what he likes.
it's like, oh yeah, this is probably an Adeptus Arbiters and his Cyber Mastiff. Got it. Yep, that's Edgar. Yep. There
I hope
is
Edgar comes back at some point. I really like him.
the funny thing. Like originally, I
He's only in
thought
like 2 chapters, but
because of Distortion Detective ties into this intervallo, I genuinely thought we might have gotten like Edgar mention or Edgar showing up. Instead, well, we get Kim in a
it's
different
okay. I like him.
in a different reality. We get the Edgar revenge plot. But this is the reality we're in. Kim manifests ego instead.
Yeah, I really liked Kim though. I can excuse it so long as Kanto 10 still works and it doesn't feel like we shafted Mirso so we could have the Kim Kanto. Okay, so long as it isn't Kanto 9 again, I will be perfectly content with 9.52 being what it is, and I will be happy that it is
when
what it is.
everyone gets development, but Ryoshu.
Yeah, poor Ryoshu. Womp womp.
Oh, except Hongers. Hongers gets like nothing.
But Honglu had a really good Kanto, so.
Yes. And then he doesn't speak a word.
Yeah, I feel like his development really worked for what they were going for, but also I wish they gave us a tiny bit more acknowledgement. They kind of haven't peaked past what they got with Yi Song, where he genuinely starts acting differently and more friendly after his Kanto.
He's straight up just like, I wanted that mermaid ice cream.
Yeah, he's now like actually trying to treat the company as his friends, and he doesn't want to kill himself anymore.
Yeah.
So he's like actually trying. I feel like they really did a good job with that, and everyone else has been steadily downhill in how they act post Kanto.
How is the Wings, by the way? Because I haven't actually read that.
Really good. If you want me to
It is
send
really good.
you a copy of the translation I like.
Yeah,
I will
sure.
do so. It's really good. It's really short. You can read it in like 20 minutes, if even.
Oh, okay. Easy.
It's 17 pages.
Oh, shit.
It is the shortest book referenced by Limbus.
I thought it was a poem, even.
Yeah, it is. But
Oh.
it's like a prolonged poem.
It's one
longer
of
than a
those.
usual poem.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically the actual shortest book referenced by Limbus is Crow's Eye View, which is literally like a paragraph. But
Fair enough. Because, like, in the case of, let's see, in the case of my studies in high school, it was romanticism for like the senior year. So all of that ended up with Wuthering Heights and all that kind of stuff. So the romantics, they like writing very, very, very long poems. A good chunk of the poems were also needlessly horny. Jesus Christ, what the hell were they feeding us in high school? Anyway.
Ancient AO3.
Please understand, I went to an all-boys high school, so this was only more awkward to read out.
Ooh.
And then the teacher...
So you're getting like flashbacks when you were reading The Stranger on stream. Got it.
To an extent, because I had to read some really awkward stuff out loud. Somehow the teacher would always pick me right as a horny scene pops up.
Oh.
And I would have to read that
It was
with
your
a...
fate.
I would have to read that with a straight face while everyone else was laughing their asses off. It's just I'll get this over and done with. It'll be over soon. I can laugh with the rest of them afterwards. They all stop laughing by the time I'm done.
See, I went to a prep school, so we didn't get to read any of that because it was very closed off, very strict, very I once got my shorts measured in front of the class type of school.
Oh,
Like
Christ.
so we didn't get to read like any of the books that you usually read in an American high school curriculum. Besides like Midsummer's Night Dream and Animal Farm. I think those are the only books that we read that are like typical of schools to read.
Oh god, Midsummer Night's Dream. I never want to remember that ever again. Oh god.
I think Midsummer's Night Dream is peak in one aspect, and that is the insults. I love how catty everyone is, and I love their insults at each other. Everything else about it is really boring, and I don't care.
For simple reference, in my theater days, I had to play the role of Lysander.
Oh.
I don't want to go back to those theater days. That is to say, yes, I have some theater experience, and it is, oh god. Oh god. But yeah, that is some of... Quickly bring this back over to the way Kim Ji-hoon writes stuff. Kim Ji-hoon writes a lot of things like it's a stage play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of it is definitely talked to the audience, pretty much. The most egregious case is probably Ruiner, where pretty much everything is directed outwards, and felt like you are on the stage.
I can parody an average Runa reception so easily. I've done it before. I have done it before in front of friends. It's like a party trick of mine at this point.
Christ. You know, go ahead. Fuck it.
Do it.
Okay, I need like a premise though. We need a setup.
We need a premise. Okay, how Korean do we need to go?
How Korean do we need to go?
Please understand, it is the city.
I'm looking at chat to get some inspiration. I'm seeing one of my friends joking about her Stewie Griffin impression.
Oh god.
So we're gonna make it about like evil children. All right. So we go into the enter scene. You've got the evil children. They got to get these books because I don't know, to do their evil deeds. And then we cut to Roland and Angela. Have children in the city really degraded so far? Yep. You kind of get used to it. In this world, it's kill or be killed, and you learn that from a young age, especially in the back streets. Then how do the nests fare? I don't know. Never really got to experience it. And the Wings know that these kids won't get to either. And there's nothing we can do about it. That's that, and this is this. We just gotta keep moving on in this dog-eat-dog world.
Oh god.
And then after the reception, did we really have to do such a thing? They were just children after all. If you don't teach them now, they'll never learn. And see,
That is so good.
that was the reception of Stewie Griffin.
Oh god, that is fucking terrible.
That was amazing. What are you talking about? This is great.
Oh god, the only...
It's like it right there.
So easy to parody it.
Christ.
It's the whole orphan crushing machine thing.
The only part to miss there is them arriving at the library, basically.
Yeah, but that's just because I didn't think of how to write Stewie Griffin himself, and I wasn't about to start doing a British accent.
Oh, Christ. Yeah, it really is a stage play. Scenes, acts, and everything. Oh, God. I swear we are this short of a bloody musical at this point. Imagine, Limbus on ice.
It would be great. It would be great,
God.
actually. What if we got like a follow-up to Canto 4 and Canto 7 where they have to create a play and it's a musical? Please, I'd kill. That'd be so good. Can we do that for Faust Canto? So it's not just a play
God.
again?
Next APR is just an entire musical production of the entirety of Limbus Company up to that point.
Oh,
That would be
Christ.
so funny. It's the friggin' like with lyrics nerdcore music that like I listened to when I was in middle school.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Limbus Company with lyrics.
Many levels of horror. Many levels of horror.
I know. That would be the end of my career right there.
You are being told to show off both a British accent and a Southern accent.
No, I did a whole stream. Okay, listen, my British accent is bad, and my friends know that personally, okay? But as for the people in this chat who are just my fans and they watch my streams, I did an Uma Musume stream, and we were playing Taiki Shuttle's career, and I basically had to do a Southern accent for 4 hours. Non-stop Southern accent. And my Southern accent is bad, and I was bad at it, and I had to do it the whole time. I was getting tired of my own voice.
Oh, on Taiki Shuttle? How dare. Oh, God. Let's see. The worst I've done in terms of a Southern accent is doing Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, wherein, for some
Oh.
reason, the judge was given a southern accent.
Okay.
And the judge pops up quite often to interject.
Yeah.
It ended up with the, say, Mr. Wright, what evidence do you have to prove to the
say,
contrary?
Mr. Right.
God
It's
awful,
me,
man.
Lei Hung, famous Limbus Company character.
Oh, God. Dear Lord.
It's so bad. I'm so bad at accents. I can't do anything but like my base Northern American accent.
Oh, boy. Like, for me, my accent has become to the point of Commonwealth at this point. It's blended everything together. That's at least British, Canadian, or God knows what the fuck, basically. And that has ended up being, how does one put it? Decidedly not Aussie. Most of the
Yeah.
time.
Hmm.
I have a friend who has a really funny American accent. Like he did not grow up in America, and he has a really funny American accent. He basically goes, "I should use my credit card. It's nice to see you guys today."
Ah, bloody hell. Oh, right. If there was one weird thing about Merceau, he talks about food a lot as well.
And he's like, "Me for real.
It does.
My chat knows I'm a glutton. I love food."
Yeah, you know, the man was baited by black pudding. What in the bloody hell was black pudding supposed to be?
We'll never know.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh god, it's blood sausage. Okay, there we go.
Oh.
It is British blood sausage. So Raymond dragged him into his apartment, being like, "Oh, yeah, I'll get you some wine and some black pudding." Man was not getting the good stuff. Oh god, man was not getting the good stuff.
Well, they were middle class Frenchmen. What do you expect them to eat?
Hey, his alternative was he was gonna set some potatoes to the boil.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like I said, middle class Frenchmen.
God. Potatoes, yes. When the Irish managed to have a potato famine.
Chat, thank God I'm Muslim.
Right. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's see. Recite the story again one time. Her and I went out shopping. We got lunch at a Korean hot dog place. Got like a single normal ass K-dog. And John Jelly Jingleheimer Schmidt here destroys them in front of you.
Yeah,
Fucking
I got, like,
horrifying.
4. I was hungry that day, and I ate them all.
How? Oh god, how?
I have 2 stomachs. That's just my excuse. I don't know how. I just eat a lot.
You
I'm just
know,
a hungry person. Oh, my big fat belly. I was like patting my
Gross.
belly, but I don't think it picked up on my mic, and that's for the best.
fair enough. Fair enough, Chief. Fair enough. But yeah, there is a strangely high amount of mentions of just Maso being hungry and being like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna eat. Fuck it."
Yeah. Again, he's like me. He's like me for real, for real.
Because yeah, even at the beach, there is a very lengthy description of what they end up eating. I don't know. Food is one of those things that Project Moon kind of sucks at when it comes to world building.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had one video where I crashed out that there wasn't really that much in the way of like food mentioned or sources of food, and I somehow forgot the entirety of S-Corp existing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's S-Corp, but we don't know much about them. And also, like, what do we have outside of that? Ham, pong, pong.
Yes, the video literally
Yes.
devolved down to, it's just modern Korean food. That's what we're
Yeah,
getting.
Even though every district is like a different country.
Yes, there is cannibalism, but then there is modern Korean fare. And that was it.
Yeah.
There's ice cream. Yay.
Yeah, I like the mermaid ice cream. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's like whale blubber ice cream. That's an interesting thing. That's basically all they've done.
And the
Yeah.
the definition as far as food goes for ice cream just needs bull fat. That's it. So if you make it out of whale fat, what's the difference at that point? Clearly.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's cool. I think that's neat. There's this one drawing someone did where Heathcliff's like, "That's a big fish, eh?" And Ishmael's like, "Actually, it's a mammal." And then he just imagines in his head like a whale like breastfeeding another whale.
Oh my god.
It's really
Interesting.
funny.
Oh, Christ. But yeah, food is one of the weaker points of the world building for Project Moon stuff. They mention it every now and then, but it's rarely ever the focus, aside from character says they're hungry. Does not necessarily mention how they will solve it.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
guess there's that image of everyone eating meat skewers, and Merso is waterboarding his in ketchup, and Ishmael is horrified and pulling her hair away so he doesn't spill ketchup on it. And he's got like 3 of them.
Because, like, we get the sinners, end of Kanto. Oh, yeah, let's eat up. But that's about it. We don't necessarily know where the food comes from.
And we see them
don't
eating
know.
meat skewers in Kanto 3. We see them eating like frog legs in Kanto 8. And that's it.
Yep.
'Cause
Food. Do
we
they eat? Who
don't-
knows?
We don't really get much of a supply chain either. Weirdly enough,
Yeah.
we know the human supply chain.
I mean, we
Yeah.
also know K Corp is a supply chain because they're getting into Argo Industries
Yep.
with ampules and the food resource department ran by Dongrang. But I mean, who's to say how that's even going now that everyone in that department is dead?
Ah,
Yeah.
yes. Even Shrene is dead. Yes. Yes. Everyone's dead. Everyone's fucking dead. But yes. At the very least, baguettes exist in the city now.
Yes, we have the bread
Yeah.
queen.
Also, Christ, everywhere that Rodya somehow manages to store food, where the fuck are you shoving a baguette?
I love just how she always has a ton of food.
The fact that there was just the one instance where they're like where Ishmael's just like, okay, calculates the amount of food that we need in this area. Oh, it was like twining threads at the end of it. It was like, okay, we're not going to starve to death because Rodya packs snacks every single time. Right? Rodya, I did not pack this time.
Yeah, no, I thought it was kind of serious, so I like left the snacks at home.
Yes. And then it just turned into, oh, we're so fucked. Dante, revive us in like a couple of days. When they find us, clearly. Japanese backrooms. The Japanese backrooms is just
Japanese backrooms.
at that
Japanese
point.
backrooms.
At that point, concept of Japanese backrooms is just exit 8.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we are basically hitting the 4-hour mark. I reckon we just wrap up at this point because we more or less got through the point of please let everything
We sure did talk about the stranger.
please let everything go horribly wrong.
Yes, that is the conclusion we reached. I want everything in Kanto 10 to go horribly wrong, and I want to see more of my handsome boy Merso.
Yes, yes.
Wait, come to think of it, why are you obsessed with Merso? Like, I'm surprised I haven't asked this. Why?
Me?
Yes.
I just like him. I think he's neat. I
You know
have
what?
no further
Fair.
explanation. I just think he's neat. I think he's
No
funny.
further explanation, just like the book. Oh, it all comes back
Exactly.
together.
Oh,
Okay, God.
no, but genuinely, I just like him. I think he's funny. I like the scenes he's in. I'm intrigued by his character. I really like his IDs. He's like the center where they've given us the most interesting breadcrumbs and not in like the lore sense. Like, I feel like for him, they've really given us breadcrumbs about his character just in reference to him rather than like Otis, where it's like references of her character in reference to the world. I just like him.
Ah, yeah,
He's
because
cool.
for Otis, it's all Odyssey stuff. Oh, yeah, the Argos. Oh, yeah, an Odyssey. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Yes, yes.
Yeah, meanwhile, Merceau, it's like, well, I used to go to nightclubs while I was discovering myself. What do you mean by that?
Like that's such a fun thing. That's so fun.
Yeah, a lot
my
of
God.
I just think his character is really fun, and I can't wait to see more of him.
a lot of them are so straight up. Wait, you did that? Oh God.
And I love that. I love his character. I love seeing him in the game, and my chat and I love making jokes about him whenever I stream.
The unfortunate thing is, you can probably ask me if I've done something, and I probably have some kind of answer. Oh God.
I know, at this point, genuinely, you are the Family Guy cutaway gag of APR.
There
Yeah.
are some very unfortunate things I have done in the past. Very unfortunate things, definitely. Oh boy.
Something about a pride parade and a horse and glitter.
Oh, okay. I will give you the one crumb for that one. So the most
Is this-
Is this
traumatizing,
how we're ending the stream? Our cliffhanger?
the one traumatizing incident specifically is that. So this was on the second patrol. So wait, no, this was on this is on the second patrol of that night. Not even the first patrol. The first patrol involved a Frenchman who started hitting on my team leader while we were escorting them back. Anyway.
Oh.
Second patrol time. We head out by
This
the.
sounds like a Limbus plot.
We head out by the park, and there's a brawl breaking out. Huge, large-scale beat-em-up kind of affair. Slogfest. And, well, we need to find the cops and break things up, so... Team leader is like, okay, we'll head in first. You, go grab those coppers over there. I'm like, okay, yep, sure. Run up to the cops. They're the mounted police.
Oh,
So they're on fucking horseback.
horses.
Yes, this is the horses. As I explained
that's
to
where
them
the
the
horses come
situation in brief, point over there, and they full cavalry charge over there and break up the fight. I'm like, okay, shit. All right, I think someone just got trampled over there, but you know what? It's okay.
See, we
Meanwhile,
don't have
Okay.
mountain police in America, so I always find it fascinating.
in the meantime, I hear some like whisperings next to me, some intrusive thoughts by another little party nearby. And they're just like, oh yeah, you see those boys in blue? See those guys wearing like fluoro vests and all that? I bet if we got our hands on some of those, we could get in anywhere. We could get into any club. We could go anywhere. See, hey, look, there's a boy in blue over there. I bet we could take his stuff. Me, said boy in blue.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
This is me getting
boy.
stripped halfway down in my uniform.
Oh,
No, this
boy.
is not kinky policeman roleplay or whatever the fuck. No, I am genuinely getting like just undressed, and they are like trying to rip my clothes off. It is only by the
For like,
grace.
the strange reason too, because what club really wants to have cops around?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
There was a club that night which had to deal with like 5 fractured skulls, but that's later. That's later in that story. Anyway,
My.
Later.
yeah, it's one really weird night that night. But yeah, it's only by the grace of my team leader coming over and shoving the guys away and being like, you okay there? Yeah? Yeah, I'm alright. Slowly pulling everything back together. Yeah. Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's go. The eventual
Chad
part.
just says you live an eventful life. I can't say anything better than that.
The extra part after that is we arrive at the start of the parade ground. Now, right there is like Museum Station, pretty famous station in Sydney, or in the middle of Sydney. It's right before the gayest district in town, Oxford Street.
As far as
No.
I'm concerned, all of Australia is gay.
Now,
Yep.
in the plaza of Museum Station, there's just a guy lied down, fucking comatose, basically.
Oh.
No one's paying him any attention. All the gay festivities and whatnot do not care for man who is passed out. Team leader goes over to me, like, okay, go shake the guy's shoulder, wake him up, we're bringing him back. Because our job is to go out, find drunk people, take them back to a safe place, sober them up, send them home. That's the job, basically. So I go over to this guy, shake his shoulder. Hey, we're with this bloody organization, etc., etc., etc. Would you like some of our help? Looks at me with opened eyes, turns 90 degrees, vomits his guts out.
Oh.
It is. Now, to make things more traumatic, it is pure red. Crimson red.
Oh.
As we find out afterwards, he's the kind of idiot that managed to mix red wine and beer together. Do not do that. It does not play very nicely with your liver, resulting in said fountain of red.
Ugh.
So we
All
eventually...
I'm learning from this is that the three of us could start the worst Project Moon podcast.
It's just
Potentially,
me
yeah.
making reaction noises in the background.
I just was going, ugh.
Every now and then we need a sanity check. Hey, Renata, you got something for us?
They're the one sane one.
I sit here and I'm like, the sky is blue. Did you guys know that?
But yeah, this guy, after vomiting his guts out and everything, team leader is like, oh, you should probably grab your vomit bag out of the kit. I'm like, yeah, Yeah, I should. Yeah. Slaps on gloves, takes out vomit bag. Okay, we now have to do one of the worst escort missions known to man. Escorting a drunk-ass motherfucker back to the base. It's only about 200 meters away, yet he finds almost every possible way to careen into traffic.
Oh no.
And I'm just like, please don't throw up, please don't throw up, please don't throw up, please don't fucking throw up. Not now, not now. He's retching. Fuck. Anyhow, we get to a bus stop, and he's like, oh, yo, that's my bus! We don't have any authority to detain him. We are a volunteer organization that is working with the coppers, and that's it. We don't have any real authority. So we can't stop him from taking a bus home if he can take a bus home. Hops on the bus, that's not the last we see of him of that night.
Oh
He
no.
comes back.
Oh no. How does this?
Is he like your own personal G-man?
So it's about 5 hours later by the time he comes back into the story. So I will leave you guys with a 5-hour gap that needs filling in eventually. But
Eventually. I feel like I'm never
Eventually.
gonna hear it. I feel like that's your excuse to not tell me.
But yes, this 5 hours later, we're like, wait, isn't that our guy? Didn't he go home? Because we've just returned to the base after a very long, traumatizing run on the parade ground, basically. And it's like, oh, yeah, that is our guy. Oh. We then get, another team then comes back. Oh, yeah, we brought that guy back. Yeah. Wait, you bought, oh, no. The realization that, oh, he didn't in fact go home or catch that bus. He just, he maybe went one stop, kept partying, and then some other team eventually had to pick him up. But likely,
Oh my God.
he ended up face down in the dirt again.
Probably
It's-
vomited some more red wine and beer.
Yeah, it's not as bad as the Indian pair we found where one guy was face first in a bush, and all his friend had to say on his behalf was, too much vodka.
I mean, it's succinct.
Interesting.
And we were just like, so does he need our help? Would you like some water? It's like, yeah, we'll take the water. Okay, is he gonna be alright? You need us to call an Uber? Yeah, an Uber would be nice. Okay, just hand us your phone, blah, blah, blah. Type in the Uber. It's down the street. The moment this Indian guy wakes up, he gets up. Party! Starts walking up the street the opposite way. His friend...
Like, not enough vodka.
His friend quickly rushes over, grabs him by the shoulders. No. Party is the other way. Starts escorting the guy towards the Uber.
That's a good friend, at least.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, there was a lot on that fucking night. Oh god. There are some really weird characters on that night. There's like... Oh, sweet Jesus. The more that comes back, the more horrifying it is. Anyhow, that's where I'll leave you guys off on that.
Aw.
Well, we'll get the rest of the story another time. This is just our excuse for the three of us to have to stream together again.
You're so right.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind sometime. Anyhow, for the fellas watching the stream, you can watch me hit the floor for a bit. Aside from that, stream's over, basically. Hi.
Yay!
If you'd like, you two can go ahead and plug yourselves again. Go ahead.
Subscribe to Allergy Jelly. I make content sometimes. Very rarely.
I'm Renata Norcross. I'm a VTuber. I do VTuber things. I make a lot of shorts. I use a lot of Limbus company sounds. Am I actually a Limbus company creator? I don't know. But I'm enough to be here, so yeah.
You're an absolute pride residence. Yeah, you count. If you're gay,
Yay.
you're a Limbus creator. I think Sun Tzu said that.
Yay!
Sun Tzu said that, and he knows a lot more about war than you do. Basically.
All Limbus creators are gay, but not all gay people are Limbus creators.
Yes.
Christ. Fair enough. I had my fair stint of that during university. Anyway.
That is crazy to just drop.
At the very end is wild.
Oh,
The
yeah.
last line from you is just, yeah, I sure had my experience with that in university. Haha.
Oh, I was called a married couple with another dude which shared my name. They have since gone trans, so that doesn't help matters very much. Anyhow,